sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag pa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan na yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di matatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan na yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di matatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama.
Mong sinisiguradong patas. Lagi mong inuuna kung anong dapat. Hindi mo kayang malunok ang katotohanang marami pa rin tayong kababayang gutom at walang tahanan. Kaya hindi ka tumigil sa paglaban. Harapin ang kahirapan. Tulungan ang nangangailangan. Basagin ang korupsyon na kanilang nakasanayan. Sa loob at labas man ng Pinas, bakas na bakas ang iyong tapang puksain ang mga problema ng bansa. Gamit ang lakas, gamit ang isip, gamit ang puso. Kung para sa mamamayang Pilipino, si MP, wala yang sinisino. Manny Pacquiao.
Scoop shot. That's best player did.
Oh! Justin Baltasar!
Casino. The trailer is Chris Lalata. Who gives us a throwdown? 2 seconds left. Fuentes.
Oh my goodness!
Goodness.
Hear the logo of Del Fuentes!
Ang iniisip namin, paano namin ibibigay yung best namin.
Together, laging sama-sama kami matatalo and sama-sama rin kami mananalo.
Dahil isa rin namang kapanapanabik na labanan ang ating matutunghayan.
Toto Gabayni looking to establish himself underneath Joseph Gabayni.
Mula sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao at sa iba't ibang sulok ng mundo, kami po ay nagpapasalamat sa inyong panonood ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, as we come to you live from the Mayor Italiano Diagan Coliseum in Zamboanga City for the first Game 3 in the 2024 MPBL playoffs. It is JP Sarao who has been the Superman of the Parañaque Patriots, averaging 17 points per game in their 3 outings this season versus Zamboanga, including their regular season win. He will take on JC Marcelino, of course, the MVP candidate of Zamboanga. He's been averaging 18 versus Parañaque in their 3 outings. That's 18 points across the board from the regular season up until games 1 and 2 of their quarterfinal series. It is return versus redemption as we welcome you to game number 3 of Zamboanga versus Parañaque. Thank you for joining us, folks. This is Vic Gomez at your service alongside the master tactician of the MPBL broadcast team, Coach Louie Gonzalez. Now, Coach Louie has been breaking down a certain storyline all weekend long to me. It is poise versus aggression between the two coaches of Zamboanga and Parañaque.
Oo, ito sa tingin ko ito may isang sasandalan ng both coaches. Remember, itong Zamboanga team, yung brand ng basketball nila, they want to push you up to the limit. Alam mo, until you mentally break down. Now, for Parañaque naman, they've been one of our best passing teams all throughout the elimination, and that's one thing na kailangan bit-bit nila. Okay, finishing this game 3 against Zamboanga, it's the poise, it's the composure under pressure. Ang ina-expect ko naman na manggagaling sa Parañaque. Then these things, alam mo yun, okay, knowing both coaches, Coach Mike Sagigit, Coach Louie Alas, they gonna come in prepared for this win or go home knockout game, and definitely ito yung magandang abangan.
It's going to be very interesting to see that poise within the triangle offense of Coach Mike Sagigit against the pressure defense of Coach Louie Alas and company. But now we will introduce our courtside reporter for tonight, and Andrea Endicio, who has something more to tell us about our two coaches present. Andrea, go ahead.
Yes, Migs and Coach Louie, and since you guys are already talking about our two coaches, ibabahagi ko sa inyo kung ano nga ba yung magiging approach nila in this ball game. Mula sa panig ni Coach Mike Sagigit, sabi niya, facing Zamboanga, hindi ka raw pwedeng maging aggressor. Dapat kung ano lang yung ipapakita o ibabato nila sa'yo, dapat handa ka lang ibalik yon. Or better, higitan pa ito. Mula naman sa panig ni Coach Louie Ala, sabi nga niya, in a do or die match like this one, dapat may nakaredy kang isang pangmalakasang sistema. Pero dapat may nakahanda ka ring plan B, plan C, plan D, plan E, and the list goes on and on. Dahil daw sa panahon ngayon na parehong gustong manalo, dapat hindi ikaw ang mauubusan ng bala. What do you think about that, gentlemen?
Well, that is the beauty of having a series in the MPBL. Sagutan yan. It's a chess match between these two coaches. And later on, we have the perfect analyst to be breaking down how they will be able to respond to each other. But now, Coach Louie Gonzalez will be talking about our playoff bracket with the North Division already set up for round number 2. But we have 2 game 3s in the South Division.
Oo, alam mo yun, itong North Division natin, itong Pampanga, really took care of business already together with Caloocan, San Juan Knights, and Nueva Ecija. Now, ito yung interesting naman sa South natin na expected because almost all of the teams that made it to the South playoffs sa ating South Division are very similar. And that's why it's no surprise na meron pang dalawang teams na hinihintay tayo to be in the semifinals. And okay, right now is the game at hand, Zamboanga versus Parañaque, and the next one is the Binyan versus the South Cotabato series.
By the way, the winner of game number 3 between Zamboanga and Parañaque will travel to Quezon Province this coming Monday. So stay tuned for that. But game number 3 for Binyan versus South Cotabato will happen this Wednesday inside the Alonte Sports Arena. Now we talk about game number 2, the game that was won here in the same venue in Zamboanga City. The home team is taking care of business, winning by 22.
Oh, and you know, okay, with this game, if you're Zamboanga, you'll be happy because after 3 tries, we're able to finally beat etong Parañaque, and they were able to win this game with a lot of passion. You know, hindi naman sila umalis dun sa brand ng game nila. They were able to force a lot of turnovers. They were able to get a lot of second chance points, which is, to us, alam naman natin, hindi na natin kailangan itago yan. Ito yung brand talaga na laro na binibigay sa atin ng Family Brand Sardines, na talagang ipupush ka nila dun sa thinnest line ng pagkatao mo. Ganun talaga. It's the player mental toughness.
And they actually played even further than their branding all season long because yes, they were number 1 in points off of turnovers, but their average was 20 per game. They had 35 in game number 2. What a big difference, Coach Louie.
Oo, no, 35 to 5. Okay, that's plus 30. Kaya tignan mo pa yung second chance points. Points of turnovers, ang laking bagay niya na ginagawa nila. So, it means they're just not being the aggressor. Itong Zamboanga Master Sardines, they really had controlled yung game 2.
It was a nice response from guys like J-Boy Solis, Adi Santos, Joseph Cavani, and Ray Publico as well. We are expecting them to be performing at a high level in tonight's outing against the JP Saraos, the John Odubas of the world of these Parañaque Patriots. But then again, we do have to highlight the performance of Parañaque in game number 1. What were the good things that they were able to do in game 1 na hindi lang naulit ng game 2?
Oh, siguro yung malaking bagay yung they were able to match yung sinasabi nga, like yung balikan ko yung report ni Andrea, it's they cannot be the aggressor. It's their reaction. It's their reaction at the moment, doon sa moment na binibigay sa kanila, which is to me is important because this team, they've been passing the ball great. They play beautiful basketball. So I think that's one thing na hindi nila kailangan alisan. Number top 5 in terms of assists. They're in the top 10 in terms of rebounding. That means offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding. So they just have to keep on going on.
Another challenge for them in game number 2 was shutting down Bonga Lanza, who had a season-high performance in 3-point makes in a game.
Oo, ang laking bagay nun. Yung that from 7 points to 20 points kay Bonga Lanza. So, katingin ko, ngayon, hindi na sila magugulat yan pag pinagandaan na nila yan.
And that's after actually being limited to 0 3-pointers in game number 1.
Exactly.
That was the biggest difference for Bonga Lanza, who was also aided by Renzo Subido with another season-high performance in 3-point makes. Tonight, he will be matched up against J.R. Oligario for one of our storylines.
Oo naman. And again, alam mo yan, malalapit sa puso ko ito yung mga little giants ng liga natin. And these two guys, especially J.R. Oligario, is a revelation, hindi lang para for the Patriots, for MPBL as well. And Renzo Subido, being a lock-in player already, a knockdown 3-point shooter, we know for a fact what he can bring to the table.
Renzo Subido, much like Bonga Lanza, was limited in game number 1. 8 points, only 1 3-pointer. Times 4 yan for his season high in game number 2. A total of 16 for him. J.R. Oligario, on the other end, has been quite consistent with 11 points in both games 1 and 2. But can he actually do more in tonight's outing as they fight for survival? These two gentlemen are now being joined by our courtside reporter, Andrea Endicio. Andrea, go ahead.
That is right, Migs. Unahin ko na nga kausapin itong si JR. JR, dati nabanggit mo sa akin na pangarap mo lang noon na makatungtong at makapaglaro sa isang pro league. Pero ngayon, isa ka na sa mga nagdadala ng inyong team. So anong klaseng performance ba ang ine-expect ng Parañaque fans mula sa iyo ngayong gabi?
Ngayon, nagpapasalamat din kami sa Panginoon na ligtas kami nakapunta rito, sa mga teammate ko na kahit paano nakayanan nila yung hirap na makapunta rito. Ngayon, ipapakita namin yung best namin sa paglalaro and then susundin lang po namin yung instruction ng mga coaches namin, yung management namin. Yun lang po.
Napakaganda naman nun. Thank you so much. Good luck to you and your team. Dumako naman tayo sa aking kanan at Renzo. In that game 2, tumodo talaga ang inyong kupunan. Grabe yung depensa at tumama ang mga tres ninyo, lalo na ikaw at si Bonga Lanza. Do you think that kind of performance will be enough to finish with a win?
Yun, definitely. Kailangan na maging consistent kami. Magtulungan lang kami sa game na to. And ayun, tiwala sa game plan na binigay sa amin nila, Coach. Yun. Very important yung teamwork namin sa game na to.
And we both know na naging malaking factor yung energy ng crowd in that game 2. Ngayon, anong gusto mong sabihin sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa inyo?
Ayun, thank you sa mga Zamboangueños na sumusuporta sa amin. Bibigay namin yung best effort namin para sa inyo lahat.
Alright, thank you so much. Good luck to you and your team. And we will return.
Sigawan na yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayay di matatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag maalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang pakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang pupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag maalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayay di matatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag maalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Good evening, MPBL fans, and welcome to the Vitaliano Agan Coliseum in Zamboanga City. It's win or go home Game 3 quarterfinal series in the South Division between Parañaque Patriots and your Zamboanga Master Sardines. This is the 2024 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Playoffs presented by Extreme and MPBL Party List, ang kaliga ng mamamayang Pilipino. Time to meet our starters. First, for Parañaque Patriots. Our forward number 42, Lian Martel. Also at forward number 10, Josh Galliano. Center number 7, Big Boy Hernandez. One guard number 18, Philip Manalang. And a two guard number 9, Jello Razon. The head coach for the Patriots is Mike Sagigit. Assistant coaches Stephen Mopera, Philip De La Cruz, Al Vergara, Lito Aguilar, Syke Miguelino, and Olan Santos. Assistant team managers are Joel Mendoza and Councilor Marvin Santos. Team manager is Jamal Vizcarra. Team owner is Parañaque City Honorable Vice Mayor Joan Villapuerte.
Are you ready? Zamboanga City. Families, friends, are things. Arriba. Families, friends, are things. Más fuerza. Families, friends, are things. Arriba. El número 1. Ciudad de Zamboanga. Zamboanga City, sama-sama sa suporta na buo. Pinagbuklod kaming lahat maging sa Zamboanga. Vamos! Vamos! Vamos, vamos a Zamboanga. Vamos, vamos, vamos a Zamboanga. Vamos, vamos a Zamboanga. Vene aquí visitar. Vamos a Zamboanga. Ciudad que de tu hay olvidar. Vamos a Zamboanga. Vene aquí completar tu paseo na Zamboanga. Vene aquí ganamos y mira muchos flores de colores, bien bonitas las mujeres, comida bien sabrosa, diferente y especial, y el aire limpio y sano, una gente bien cordial, el sitio es bien exótico, una ventana a su mar. Vamos, vamos, vamos a Zamboanga. Vamos, vamos, vamos a Zamboanga. Vamos, vamos a Zamboanga. Vene aquí visitar. Vamos a Zamboanga. Vamos a Zamboanga, vene aquí visitar. Vamos a Zamboanga, ciudad que de tu hay olvidar. Vamos a Zamboanga, vene aquí completar tu paseo.
And now, Ciudad de Zamboanga, get on your feet, because it's time to meet the starting unit of your Zamboanga Master Sorties. Power forward number 31, Ray Boop Publico. The other forward, number 0, Kenneth Alas. The man in the middle, number 22, Joseph Gabaini. Two guard, number 18, Joseph Terzo. And at one guard, number 11, JC Marcelino. The head coach for your Zamboanga Master Sardines is Louis Alas. Assistant coaches Ronjay Enriles, Cesar Poland, Francis Punla, and Mark Orias. Team representative is Antoinette Roque. Head of basketball operations, Nini Arquiza. Team governor is Ramay Raham. Team manager is Alvin Muñoz.
The Average Starters brought to you by Sports Max, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max, an interesting change for the starting lineup of Zamboanga. It's a big man combination of Joseph Gabaini and Ray Publico. No Adi Santos in the starting unit as they work with Kenneth Alas, JC Marcelino, and Joseph Terzo. On the other end for Parañaque, this is a usual sight for us. No JP Sarao, no John Aduba in the starting unit. It's Jello Razon with Philip Manalang, Big Boy Hernandez, Joshua Galliano, and Lian Martel.
All sets, same sets of starters for Parañaque for games 1, 2, and 3. Now for Zamboanga naman, siguro Coach Louie riding on that adjustment, putting Joseph Gabaini in the starting lineup. Kasi alam mo yun, ang naging resulta nun is a win for them in game 2.
And that would tell us that the matchup in the second unit would be JP Sarao and John Aduba versus Adi Santos and J-Boy Solis.
And that makes it more interesting kasi ang ganda ng labanan niyan sa down low pag yung both second groups na ang naglalaro. Pero but more importantly is, in this series, game 1, it's whoever's winning in the first quarter gets the win.
Now, we did see the 13-1 run for Parañaque in game number 1. On the other end, in game number 2, Zamboanga took control and they led for 36 minutes out of the 40. This is Josh Galliano attacking baseline. Kick out, Jello Razon. Step back, three-pointer. That's good.
And you're gonna take that if you're Coach Mike Sagigit. Jello struggled a bit in their last game, only sparing half of his output nung game 1.
In game 1, he had fantastic numbers of 14 points, 9 rebounds in 36 minutes of play. Marcelino unable to score from downtown. It's rebounded by Razon. Forward pass, Hernandez right there, but Terzo had his hands on the ball. Another interesting change is the fact that we only have one of the Marcelino twins beginning for Zamboanga. We will expect JB Marcelino to be coming in a few moments. It is Josh Galliano against Gabaini.
Ito yung sinasabi natin, most likely.
Wow.
They're gonna challenge talaga yung defense ni Joseph Gabaini. I think that's very evident right now. One thing na talagang pupuntahan, especially itong si Galliano. And that's big. Okay, with that assist and Christian Hernandez scoring off the pass kay Josh Galliano. Alam mo yun, yung kumpiyansa, nandyan na agad. And ayun yung kailangan mo going up against the home team.
It's confidence plus poise for Parañaque, especially on their half-court offense. This is JC Marcelino against Philip Manalang. Where will they go? 10 on the shot clock. Two-man game. Marcelino. It's Publico who has that shooting. In and out. Rebound Manalang. Philip bringing it back up. It's a turnover. This is Zamboanga's game. Kenneth Alas. Sorry miss. On the other end, bounce pass to the interior. Lian Martel able to score. What a start for Parañaque.
Again, we saw what happened in that game 1. How aggressively they start. And right now, this is what we're witnessing with the Patriots right now. Starting well, alam mo, getting their confidence right away. Alam, kasi malaking bagay, at least may breather sila.
It's 3 baskets and 3 assists already for the Parañaque Patriots. They even had trouble getting to Zamboanga because of weather conditions with some flights of their players and coaches. But here they are off to a great start. This timeout is brought to you by the MPBL Party List, ang kaliga ng mamamayang Pilipino.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Nagbabalik ang MPBL. If there is one thing na nagkulang sa Patriots in that game 2, sabi ni Coach Mike Sagigit, yun ay willingness. Medyo nagulat nga raw sila sa pinakitang effort at trabaho ng home team. But now that they're both on the line, they said no more easy shots. Lalo na sa hirap na pinagdaanan nila just to be here. Because of the bad weather, ang eroplanong sinasakyan ng kalahati ng Patriots 6 na beses na sinubukang lumanding dito sa Zamboanga na divert ang flight nila papuntang CDO and eventually bumalik ng Manila. In total, they spent 7.5 hours inside the plane. Kwento sa akin ni Kit Pido, that time kasama niya si Narazon, Galliano at Umali and many more. Pero yung iba raw umuwi muna ng Parañaque, pero sila inantay na lang ang kanilang next flight. Ramdam nila ang pagod but they won't make that as an excuse. Running on 2 hours of proper rest, but again, their season is on the line. Mix and Coach Louie.
That a story for you.
Oh, parang nagpunta ka na ng Sydney. Yeah. Yeah, but then again, going back to sa first report ni Andrea regarding Coach Parañaque's performance in Game 2, Mix, that's always been the hardest. Closing out a series and you're up, that's always been the hardest. And yeah, it's the willingness na you need to close out. Kasi medyo mas relax ka, and you know, the other team will gonna come out fighting.
Well, so far, it's so good for Coach Mike Sagigit and company. Up 7-0. They've converted with 3 field goals. And it's their willingness on defense that has been effective. Something that they missed in game number 2, as mentioned by Andrea. 0 field goals for Zamboanga after 3 attempts.
Oh.
Might we just say we are happy that everybody is safe. Everybody has arrived in Zamboanga, and we are all ready for game number 3. The winner will face the Quezon Huskers in round number 2, beginning this Monday in Lucena City. This is JC Marcelino. Zamboanga looking for an option. 7 on the shot clock. Terzo. Joseph goes to Publico. Not the best of passes. 1 second. It's going to be a foul at the last moment.
Yeah, that's a lucky break. And siguro, ang napapansin ko lang right now, no, itong Zamboanga right now, it's a bit tentative dun sa movement nila. They're trying to play it passive against, ito naman, yung nagiging magandang, versus na magandang depensa ng Parañaque. Pero someone needs to attack downhill. Ang nangyayari kasi, they just keep on moving that track over. From left to right to left. Pero kailangan may umatake.
Let's see if JC could be the answer for them, as he usually is. But now there's a foul called in the interior. But correct me if I'm wrong, JC's been blitzed so far in this game.
Oo. And they know, kasi di tayo magugulat mamaya, baka mamaya. Every time JC has the ball, baka ay puro isolation na lang yan. And so let's see if that adjustment will happen.
It's a baseline inbound. Alas, Terzo up top to Publico. Here's the MVP of Zamboanga. On to Gabayni. 6 on the shot clock. Marcelino. They go to Terzo. Catch and shoot. Finally, Zamboanga's on board.
Oo, at ito yung mga bagay na kailangan nila. Ito yung mga players na kailangan talaga mag-step up for Zamboanga. Remember, they really outscored in terms of bench points itong Parañaque in their last game.
This 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. We saw the 3-point shooting prowesses of Renzo Subido and Bong Galanza in game number 2, but we can't forget about Joseph Terzo.
Oo. You know, nandun yung kanyang impact, pero ang pinakamalaking bagay doon sa akin Mix, yung dishes ni Joseph Terzo in that game. he was able to give at least, I think, 4 or 5 assists in that game to win.
Back with Joseph Terzo. He goes to Publico. Alas. Terzo will use the screen of Gabaini. Still at it. Joseph will drive. Terzo is blocked by Razon. There's a late whistle. A foul on Parañaque. Razon absolutely cannot believe it. Now he's ready to move on. Here's Joseph Terzo, who has been used to big moments in his MPBL career as a champion himself back in Season 3 with the Davao Occidental Tigers and a finalist in Season 2. He's one of the pillars that Zamboanga could lean on to in these types of games.
Oo, at dito sila mga importante. Postseason, and yeah, he got inserted to the starting lineup. Ang laking obligasyon yan eh. And a layer of motivation also for Joseph Terzo. Kaya makita mo talaga lalabas na uli yung galing nito.
It's a 5-0 Joseph Terzo run to counter the 7-0 beginning of Parañaque. 3.5 minutes gone by. Big Boy Hernandez, high-low, Oduba, immediate impact.
And it's been brilliant all throughout the season. Ito nga si John Oduba.
Oduba practically averages a double-double. 9.7 points, 9.5 rebounds. He's had 9 double-doubles this season, including a triple-double with 20 rebounds.
Oo. And in addition to that, he's the one assigned to defend yung best frontline player ng kalaban nila.
But now, they're on offense as Manalang saw an opening, kick out to Razon.
Short.
That's short. And here's JC. Marcelino going left against a taller Joshua Galliano. Nice spin, Marcelino. No basket, no foul. Ball tapped away in favor of the white shirts.
Oo, ang ganda ng galaw ni JC na yun. Sayang.
One highlight is all that it's going to take to get this crowd going inside the Mayor Vitaliano Diagan Coliseum. But this highlight, this assist, is brought to you by the MPBL party list ng Kaliga ng Mamamayang Pilipino.
Oo. It's a high-low situation na tinake advantage nitong Parañaque.
Galliano mid-range, too strong. Rebound JC. Marcelino is in the top 3 in terms of rebounding for Zamboanga after all. It's Terzo, wide open. No good. We're back with Jello. The All-Star bounces it off. Oduba feeds Galliano. Same spot, same result. And Gabaini will tap it forward. The pass to Terzo. Joseph all alone. No conversion. Manalang crosses. A beautiful escape. And the pass at the last second by Philip Manalang. That is his expertise all season long.
Oo. Again, kaya nag-deliver. That's why itong si Big Boy Hernandez, he looks good with the Patriots because he has itong si Philip Manalang playing with him. That makes him really look good.
And the previous guy to do that for Big Boy Hernandez was Paulo Hubalde.
Oo.
Hernandez just carrying over the prowess that he was able to build with the Aquaman onto the guy who now holds the record for most assists in a single MPBL game in Philip Manalang. He had 23 as they were ending the regular season campaign.
And again, ang laking bagay niya dahil aside from yung ini-involve niya itong mga players ng Parañaque, with him as a facilitator, bumilis din itong team ng Parañaque.
There's his buddy, a co-champion back in Nueva Ecija, JP Sarao, who's been the best player of Parañaque in this series. It's John Mahari, fresh off of his suspension, going to Solis, who converts.
And again, ito mag-i-start na yung battle ng second group. Kaya right now, hinihintay na lang natin yung for Parañaque, yung pagpasok ni Keith Pido eh.
Yes.
Now, with Zamboanga naman, ito yung naggaling baliktad. Yung starters nila is now playing as their second group.
Solis and Santos started in game number 1. They are the high-energy big men of Zamboanga, as some players from the Master Sardines would call them. J-Boy Solis, by the way, is very familiar with the system of Parañaque. That's another positive for him in this series alongside Joey Barcuma.
Two guys there.
Off of that turnover, it's Philip Manala. Ooh, there's a charge and more physicality between Sarao and Solis.
That's gonna be big.
If you're Parañaque, you can't afford to lose JP Sarao in this game.
And you know, when we arrived here in the gym, 2 hours before the game, sino yung nakita nating player?
JP Sarao. He had this serious game face on. Normally, chami-chami tayo dyan eh. Madaling ma-interview. Kanina nakiusap siya. Mag-shooting muna siya. He's gonna focus for game number 3. But there he was caught for physicality. And then there was extra motion.
Yes. Alam mo yun, swerte na lang siya kung isa unsportsmanlike foul lang itawag eh. Pero though, that's double sa kanila. 2 fouls on him right away. And alam mo, ang pinakamabigat pa doon, first quarter pa lang, kung matatawagan na siya ng unsportsmanlike foul, so, alam mo yun kung ano yung gagawin ng Zamboanga. Talagang if-fish yung second unsportsmanlike foul hanggang matapos yung laro.
JP Sarao. Unsportsmanlike foul on number 23. JP Sarao is second foul.
There you have it. 2 quick fouls in the first minute of play of JP Sarao.
So, babalik ulit tayo. It's the poise na nagagawin itong Patriots all throughout the game with yung aggression itong Zamboanga Master Sardines.
Which was on display from J-Boy Solis in the previous sequence. You already mentioned Sarao will be in foul trouble, but the mind games would be there as well for JP. Hindi pa siya pinapawisan at nangyari na yun. So that should mean 2 free throws and ball possession for J-Boy Solis and company. Here's J-Boy, who, by the way, had such a nice plus-minus in game number 2.
Oo naman. And again, that adjustment in terms of player substitution, players rotation, really did a big wonder for the Master Sardines.
He had a plus 16, which was the difference that he made on the court. It's by the time that they pulled away in the second half. Of course, alongside the hot shooting of Bonga Lanza.
Oo, and pinag-usapan naman talaga natin to na why is it they were able to force, bakit meron silang plus 13 in terms of points of turnovers? Bakit sila may plus, malaki yung double-digit advantage in terms of second chance points? Dahil naka-match up sila dito sa dalawang front line ng Parañaque, which usually sila yung maraming second chance points.
Yes. It's going to be a baseline inbound for JC Marcelino, defended by Keith Pido. JC going to Bonga Lanza. He's matched up against the shorter Paulo Castro. 2 on the shot clock. Solis for 3. That's an air ball and a 24-second shot clock violation. He's no stranger, though, to shooting 3-pointers.
Oo naman. Hindi ko alam, basta kaliwete, automatic yan eh.
Although, we have received word that shooting in Zamboanga is one of the toughest experiences in the MPBL. Malayo ang 3-point line, mataas ang ring, at matigas din ang ring.
Oo.
There's a foul called on Adi Santos. Adi has been that usual starter. In fact, he started the most games all season long for Zamboanga. Oduba handing it off to Pido. Keith going left. He lost his balance. That's out of bounds in favor of Parañaque, as there was more action between Pido and Galanza.
That's what Game 3 is all about. Ayaw umuwi pareho.
Yes. May elevation yan. Regular season, MPBL physicality, mataas na. Pagdating ng playoffs, aangat pa. Paano pa kaya kung do or die na?
Exactly. Again, especially yung manner ng pagpunta mo dito. Ganun pa yung experience mo.
Yes.
You wanted to make sure na makapag-perform ka.
This is Keith Pido, one of those 6 players, as told to us by Andrea, who took 7 hours in the air. At sa lagay na yun, hindi pa sila nakarating ng Zamboanga. It's 7 hours to get back to Manila.
Umuwi pa no?
By the way, yes.
Ang ganda nitong laban na. Pero good thing, no? In last 3 minutes in this game, dito pa lang nag-penalty in both teams.
It's great discipline. In game number 3. But if I may add, one more thing about that flight. Should we say complications for the Parañaque Patriots? We'd like to give thanks to Sir Joed Mendoza for telling us that story of how they were able to get here. And they are ready now for game number 3. But there's more things happening in his life. We'd like to greet a happy birthday to his one and only, Miss Ederliza Mendoza. And sa kanyang Tres Maria, sina Faith, Angel, and Rain. Magandang gabi po sa inyo. Sir Nini Arquiza, shout out to you as well. All the way from overseas. May pinapabati rin. Ito, nasa Pilipinas lang, nasa Green Hills, nanonood si Araceli Hui. Vivid fan of Zamboanga. Pinapabati ka ni na Miss Jessica and Miss Cherry.
And again, sabi ko, tamang-tama prime time itong larong ito kasi talagang pang prime time talaga. We're gonna see a lot of this, a lot of action, and we're just in the first quarter, Mix.
This is also the first of 2 game 3s in the opening round. We have Binyan versus South Cotabato this coming Wednesday inside the Alonte Sports Arena. And then, of course, the winner of this series will take on the Quezon Huskers. The winner of Binyan and South Cotabato will go up against Batangas City. We'll listen in to Miguel Pere for the official announcement.
Upon review, unsportsmanlike foul on number 27, Bongalanza. That's his first personal foul.
Coach Louis, we had 2 unspos in a span of 30 seconds.
Ang kala mo ang mabigat doon? Kung kanino natap yung parehong unspo.
The best players in games 1 and 2 respectively.
Yeah.
Di ba? JP Sarao and Bongalanza. Pido at the line.
Again, scrappy, Whatever it takes. Talagang you will be challenged. You will be challenged.
Coach Mike told me, at this point, it's not about X's and O's. It's about willingness. It's about heart on the court. Who wants it more? Sideline inbound for J.R. Oligario. Sarao goes to Pido. Defended by J.C. Marcelino. 8 on the shot clock. Pido attacks. Keith. Good defense by JC. Recovery. Castro for 3.
That's big. And then, Paolo Castro did not score any basket in their last game, in that game 2.
Talk about poise after that rejection by JC Marcelino. Everybody else thought that it was a traveling violation already, and yet there's Paolo Castro relocating and making the 3.
And again, ang pinakamaganda, this is the second time already in that manner na because there's a big man running, rim running, then sealing early down low, na nakaka-fish ng foul.
And more often than not, it's Adi Santos for Zamboanga, who misfired on his first free throw. The 35-year-old hard worker for the Zamboanga Master Sardines. At this point, kailangan mo na rin isipin na sinusulit na nila ang legs ni Adi Santos.
Because later on, more on the quality na ang ma-expect natin from, coming from Adi.
It's Uduba who tried to go for the putback and he was denied. Solis giving it up to his MVP. Zamboanga down by 5. 2 minutes and 20 before the end of 1. Joey Barcuma, the former player of Coach Mike Sagigit. Barcuma losing the ball, and here's the counter. Pido bounces. Castro turns around. Good recovery by Zamboanga. Barcuma down the middle. Joey, that's short. Adi Santos. That was swiped away by Parañaque. And here's J.R. Oligario. The Kyrie Irving of the Patriots will miss on his layup, and that went out of bounds.
Again, action pack right away. Okay? Especially itong dalawang to will always want to make an impact right away every time they get trusted. Itong si Oligario, no, talagang I've been amazed with this guy. I really like this guy.
He should be up there as one of the top 3 storylines that we have this season.
Oh.
Renzo Subido, welcome back. It's a big smile on the face of the guy who hit 4 3-pointers in game number 2.
And he was being challenged by Kit Pido.
14-12. Bounce pass. Castro sidestep. No good. Uduba. Sorry, miss. And here's Joey Barcuma. That's a foul by Oligario.
And again, may review na naman tayo.
Let's see that 3-pointer first of Renzo Subido. In his words and Bong Galanza's words, it took them 3 practice sessions of doing a lot of shots from 3-point range to get used to their home court.
Siguro they need to do that. Malamang ipinakita ng coaching staff ng Zamboanga yung handling sa kanila. May most likely nag-under or nag-i-squeeze. So they need really to pop it on top of that screen. Importanteng may shoot nila yon.
Well, in this game, we've seen a total of 4 3-pointers, 2 from each team. Wala masyado nagkakalayo in terms of numbers.
Nakakatawa talaga yung laban yung dalawang baka mabigyan ang recipient ng sportsmanlike foul. Sino? Si J-Boy Solis.
J-Boy Solis.
And Barcuma. Pareho galing sa
Parañaque. That is storyline. I tried to listen in as to who was called for it. But now J-Boy Solis will sit down. Ray Publico will return. So it is J.R. Oligario called for the foul. Well, that was expected because Barcuma fell in front of him.
Yeah, that's automatic substitution Kasi may nag-address na coaching staff sa kanya.
Yeah. So it's JC coming back in to shoot free throws. JC has come a long way in terms of his free throw shooting as well, all season long. And even in the past years of the MPBL, umaangat ang kanyang percentage. He continues to lead the league in scoring, 19.9, that's number 1. And the 4.6 assists, 6.5 rebounds as well, Coach Louis. That's just very impressive.
Tsaka dagger makes. Alam mo, ang dami niya. Kahit alam mo siya yung most likely kumuha ng mga pinakamahirap na tira, siya pa rin nagagawa niya pa rin ng paraan
And he plays good defense. As he is number 1 in the league in steals, as it is JP Sarao delivering the ball onto his usual buddy in John Uduba. Great activity by Uduba, by the way, to start this game. He has 4 points and 4 rebounds. Marcelino against the toughest defender of Parañaque. JC fades. Almost made it. Adi Santos, clean up.
Ito yung mga importante, yung mga pulot na tinatawag na pulot na mga baskets
First 2 points for Adi Santos. He has 2 rebounds as well in this game.
Ang maganda kasi, by putting him with the second group, nakaka-match up sila dito sa mga activity ni Odoba and Sarao. Ito si Adi Santos and J-Boy Solis.
But that was Philip Analang converting for Parañaque. 4 seconds to go before the end of one. Marcelino from half court. That was short just by a bit. And so that will conclude our very interesting, story-filled first 10 minutes in this matchup. Only one possession separating these two.
Oo, ang ganda talaga. It's a battle of, you know, who wants it more. And we're just in the first quarter. A lot of fouls, alam mo, a lot of hugging, a lot of reviews, a lot of top plays. So, alam ko, there's in store, marami pang in store for us in this game.
Yeah, what more? Especially in the second half between Parañaque and Zamboanga in the first game 3 of the 2024 MPBL playoffs. The tally is 18-16 after one.
You are still watching the MPBL. Because of the kind of press na ipinakita ng Zamboanga in that game 2, Coach Louie Alas already anticipated na paniguradong maglalagay daw ng mga effective na pang-press break itong Parañaque. And at this point where everything is already scouted at biro nga nitong si Coach Louie Alas, paniguradong kahit pagpunta niya sa CR, alam na ng kalaban kung kailan. He added a couple of new plays. Their 3-point shooting was the missing puzzle piece. Pero sabi nga ni Coach, isa yun sa mga factor na hindi natin kayang i-predict. More so, ipilit. Pero naniniwala siyang it's in the concentration of his players. The more focus, the more chances those shots will get in. Speaking of that, in this game where physicality will intensify, Coach Louie wants to see controlled emotions. If they don't want to lose this ball game, unang bagay na hindi dapat sila magpatalo is that mental aspect. Thanks in Coach Louie.
Well, at the start of this game, it was a 7-0 run by the Patriots. Certainly things have settled down for Zamboanga, mentally speaking. I'm pretty sure you'd say they're able to recover and they're on a level desired by Coach Louie Alas.
Exactly. Kaya may kita mo, ito, when every time merong report coming from an interview from Coach Louie, he always preach mental toughness. And just imagine, you hear that day in, day out. So yung mental toughness nitong mga players na to, nag-rise na eh. Diba? So they know how to push it more.
Well, that's because Coach Louie practiced that mental toughness when he was a player.
Oh.
Could you remind everybody about who he was when he was still on the court?
Oh, you know, Coach Louie, a former player, played for the Ginebra. Talagang medyo maikli lang yung kanyang professional na buhay. Pero, again, he's a big kid. That huge. During that time, he's a big point guard that plays with a lot of tough and good defense. Kaya nga ang ganda nung laban eh. Now, pinag-usapan natin na with Coach Mike naman, alam naman natin na talagang he's a point guard as well. That plays with a lot of poise. So reflection ng both coaches natin yung teams nila eh.
Yes. Well, let's see this replay on the box out sequence. John Mahari took down Josh Galliano. Nothing unsportsmanlike. And so we play on Galliano fell down again.
Oo. At sila dalawa talaga yan since game 1.
Yes.
Na-miss agad nila yung bawat isa eh.
Mahari was suspended in game number 2, but he's back now. And off of that fall by Publico, it was an open 3. But a misfire by JP Sarao. He gets it back. Down the middle, Sarao attacks and scores.
Oo. Ang ganda ng movement. And that's concentration also coming from JP Sarao.
It is now 20-18. Adi Santos giving it up to Renzo Subido. Renzo to the corner. Mahari will shoot. That's short. And a loose ball foul called on Adi Santos. That's 2.
Kala mo, hindi lang sa magaling ka mag-basketball. Palakihan din ng biceps ang labanan nitong gabi. Ngayong gabi. Klipan ng klipan eh.
Yes. And it's not just the bigs. It includes the guards.
And and that's yun yung maganda na kung nandito kayo sa live eh. Diba? Iba talaga pag naririnig mo. hindi mo nakikita, naririnig mo yung salpukan ng katawan eh.
Pati yung bagsak sa
floor eh.
Floor. We just had another foul. And it's a baseline inbound for Jello Razon. Oh, more and more action. This is the third unsportsmanlike foul called in the first 12 minutes of this game. My goodness, welcome to game number 3, mga kaliga.
Oh, welcome to the playoffs.
And it's round number 1. All right, let's see what happened. We ought to see another angle.
Alam mo, if you're gonna go to the real rule, if you flop inside the key, that's automatic technical foul.
Okay.
So tingnan natin kung i-apply because that's the FIBA rule.
So it could be drastic for Parañaque or Zamboanga.
Oo.
Tingnan natin. This should be a better angle. Was it actually Galliano?
Oo, si Galliano ba? Natudo ba? Kasi we're looking at Udoba.
Yeah. Could we see another one? It is an unspo.
Upon review, unsportsmanlike foul on number 10.
Yes, it's Galliano.
Galliano. And silang dalawa rin talaga yung nagkamustahan ng game 1 eh.
Ngayon, sinasabi lang nila, na-miss kita. All right. Unspo number 1 on Josh Galliano, which means John Mahari will be tested. Not unless he was subbed out. Was it a mandatory substitution as well?
Was he addressed? Ayun ang tignan natin kung yeah.
Seems like it. Because JC will be shooting the free throws at ngayon kini-question na ni Alan Manzano.
Checking ng ating officials.
Because the thing is, there could be that mindset that Zamboanga wants to send a better free throw shooter compared to John Mahari. And JC did convert on 2 gimmies a while ago. Coach Ronje, Coach Louie are pointing out na tinignan kasi yung mata ni John Mahari kung okay lang ba.
Oo. Sana pumunta na lang ng locker room si John eh.
Kung ibibenta mo lang din naman sa amin, ituloy mo na.
Ituloy mo na, oo. Balik ka na lang.
So now he's called for delaying the game.
He doesn't know how to react eh.
So we have the 65% free throw shooter at the line. The first one is good for John Mahari.
He wanted to shoot those free throws.
Let's see if he can actually make it 2 for 2. Once upon a time, he was the best scorer of Trinity when he was in his younger days.
There you go.
So now Mahari will sit down. And JV Marcelino checks in for the first time. Hindi pa sila nagsasabay ng kanyang kambal.
And now, in order to at least match itong activity nitong Zamboanga, Coach Mike decided to put in 3 guards combination.
It's Keith Pido playing the small forward spot with Razon at the 2 and Manalang at the 1. 2 on the shot clock. Chico Jaime misfires. Ball tapped away by Ray Publico.
Siguro anytime soon with this combination 5 nitong Parañaque. Pag magpahinga na si Sarao, expect mo ibabalik na ni Coach Louie si Joseph Gabayne.
Oh, nice feed by Philip Manalang. And it's basket and 1 for John Uduba. That's dime number 3 already for Manalang. And Uduba is the top scorer in this game with 6. This play of the game is brought to you by Suzuki.
You know, talagang hindi na yan bago with Philip Manalang.
Philip, by the way, has been familiar with Zamboanga even more than the usual MPBL player because remember, he went up against this franchise in the Season 4 finals.
Oo.
It's going to be a steal for Keith Pido. One man to beat. Pido to his trailer. Sarao, sorry, miss on the layup. And he wanted a foul to no avail. Counter, Publico. There's the contact from Keith Pido.
Wala talagang let up. You know? You need to earn it from the line.
We've had a total of 13 free throws so far in this game. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. The first one is good for Ray Publico.
And the way the game is going, no, talagang halos hindi mo makita yung direction pa eh. Hindi mo alam kung sino yung main character ko sa yung adjustment. Now, you were able to score, will make sure that you cannot score the next basket. Talagang if you wanted to score, you need to have that focus to be in control up to sa last moment ng possession nyo.
It's looking like the beginning of a well-matched chess game.
Oh.
Manalang against Subido. Those two have been going at it since college. Philip Manalang, short. Rebound Pido against JV Marcelino. Keith feeds onto the wrong man. And here's Joey Barcuma. They go to Renzo. Subido. It's Cito Jaime with a man down for Parañaque. Good tap by Big Boy Hernandez.
Mahaba pa sa shot clock.
10 seconds to work with. It's JV who misfires.
I thought it was a walk.
We're back with Philip Manalang. Off of his cross. The turn and the fade. That was short for Philip. Barcuma attacking and feeding. Barcuma just eliminated the defenders.
Okay. The littlest guy on the floor wiping out the two tallest player nitong Parañaque Patriots.
The easiest basket for Zamboanga tonight in Republico, courtesy of Joey Barcuma, but there's a foul called on the other end.
Oh, that deserves a replay.
Yes. Yun ang highlight of the game.
Exactly. He really jumped high against the two forwards itong ano. Look at this one.
No? Pinatabi niya eh. And rightfully so, it's 2 points as a reward for Joey Barcuma, courtesy of Republico. Hernandez, nothing but net on his first try. We have another deadlock at 24. The second one is no good for Big Boy. Here's JV Marcelino against JR Olegario. Off of the horns, Chito Jaime popping out. Pressured by Lian Martel.
Flex action.
Handoff. Terzo, 7 seconds. Jaime, signature spot. Just off to the right.
And every time Chito is in, talagang they love to run that flex action because it's gonna be hard to defend, especially when you have a Chito Jaime na sa lineup mo na pwedeng pick and pop, then can be a floor spacer.
Ooh, that's a lot of feet work for JR Olegario.
He knows and quickly acknowledge it.
His foot slid across the floor. That's why there was a traveling violation.
Ito na yung pinag-usapan natin, no? Yung reinsertion ni Joseph Gabayne.
We have the two starters of Parañaque in the big man position. Hernandez and Martel matched up against Jaime and Joseph. Here's the other Joseph. Terzo kicks it out. Jaime, bounce pass. Gabayne has 9 to work with. Joseph, pound for pound. Gabayne, yes sir!
Para mo, nakita natin yun nung game 2 eh. And that was against Christian Hernandez also.
Gabayne had 8 points and 13 rebounds in game 2. He got the steal, but the pass went onto the wrong man. Manalang feeds. Martel, short stab, yes.
And itong si Martel was 3 out of 3 in their last game in game 2. Ganun din halos yung mga short jumpers.
He had what, 9 points?
9 points.
Subido in trouble. Good pressure by Jello Razon. Now, will there be another review? As initially it was called jump ball and possession arrow points Parañaque's way.
Yan, no? And mga short jumpers starting to be more comfortable with those shots. Ano, kalaban ko to nung college to. Talagang alam mo yung galing yung mga baskets niya nanggagaling sa putbacks. Pero right now I'm happy na na-develop niya na yung mga 15-footers na yan.
But isn't it that those types of jumpers, the mid-range, the short stabs, are crucial for the bigs in the triangle offense?
Exactly. Kasi before talaga hindi siya masyado nailalagay dun sa spot na yun eh. Right now, mas ang gusto niya before, ginagawa ni Liam Martel before, every time someone attacks, sinisil niya yung tao niya to clear the lane.
Parang Gortat screen.
Oo, to clear the lane for dun sa mga slashers nila. Pero ngayon maganda, umi-spot up na siya.
So it is going to be Parañaque with possession. JC Marcelino is about to return. Under 5 minutes before halftime. Signature triangle. Olegario. Yes, wow. That came out of nowhere for J.R. Olegario.
No, his craftiness. Siguro madalas nakikita natin yan with si JC, no? Pero JR has it also in his pocket.
It was a fadeaway floater. Terzo for 3. No good. Rebound Manalang. And Philip has been racking up his boards in this game. That was number 5 already for the point guard. Hernandez. No good. Rebound Lian Martel. And he's fouled in the interior. It's on J-Boy Solis. And we'll have more free throws. But before that, we have a timeout here inside the Mayor Vitaliano Diagan Coliseum. Only a 2-point advantage for Coach Mike Sagigit and company.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
We have Lian Martel shooting gimmies here in Zamboanga City, a 50% free throw shooter. He has 5 points already, en route to surpass his output in game number 2.
Yes, Migs.
And he's only averaging 2.3 per game, so way to step up, Lian.
And again, ito yung mga players na medyo late bloomers eh.
It is now a 4-point advantage for Parañaque. They led by as many as 7. That was 7-0 to start this game. Gabayni hands it off. JV feeds Gabayni. One more. Solis. Too strong. And the late bloomer got the board. Here's Martel. Backdoor, Manalang to Olegario. Back to Lian. It's a miscue for Parañaque. Almost a turnover. Jello from way out. That was short. And it's rebound number 6 for Philip Manalang.
Oo, and right now, parang I feel na itong Parañaque winning that rebounding battle.
We're back with the Master Sardines. JC Marcelino, he's been quiet so far. No good. The man went flying in Gabaini. And here come the Patriots. Olegario. Man down in Martel. Kick out by JR to Philip. It's Jello. Onto Olegario. Corner 3. No good. How about that pattern in the interior? There's a foul called on J-Boy Solis.
And again, just continue to be aggressive. Itong Parañaque, ayun yung ginagawa nila, mina-match nila. And then maybe, hindi nga lang sinabi ni Coach Mike, or kailangan dagdagan nyo pa. Diba, supported by Andrea, yung effort na kailangan yung ibigay sa game.
Hernandez has exemplified that effort, and so he will be rewarded with 2 free throws. The first one is no good. It's still 30-26 with 2 minutes and 25 remaining in the second quarter. 1 out of 2 for big boy Hernandez.
And alam mo, ang laking credits ang ginagawa nitong dalawang ito. Dalawang batang player, frontline lineup ng Parañaque. Itong si Martel and Hernandez. Ha?
Isn't it that in the regular season sila yung nagpapalitan din?
Oo. Nabibigyan sila ng chance maglaro. But then again, yung responsibility hindi ganitong kalaki. But right now, them getting this long exposure sa ganitong klaseng laban, ang laking bagay yan na mix.
Well, obviously, they'd have to step up in lieu of JP Sarao's 2 early fouls.
Oo.
Uduba is there, having replaced big boy Hernandez.
At alam mo, kailangan mong at least mas ma-fresh, mabigyan ng mas mahabang pahinga itong dalawa, si Udoba and JP Sarao.
It's Joseph Terzo misfiring. Rebound to JV. He was out of bounds already. Not much has happened in the past few possessions. And so Parañaque will regroup. They're up by 5. Minute and 59 in quarter number 2. Again, this is only the first game 3 for round number 1. The second one will happen this coming Wednesday at 7 p.m. inside the Alonte Sports Arena. Home court advantage once more for Biñanta Takjel as they take on South Cotabato. The winner of that game will face the Batangas Rum Masters in round number 2. While for JV Marcelino and Parañaque, the winner tonight will take on the number 1 seeded Quezon Huskers this coming Monday.
Alam mo, yung next round ng ating playoff series, no? Exciting pa rin eh. Parang bang, is it by design?
I think it's God's will.
Nangyari lang talaga eh, no?
It's a beautiful thing for our season, as that was a beautiful steal by Joseph Gabaini. And here's JC Marcelino going round and round. JC bounces to Joseph Gabaini. There's the all-star connection of Zamboanga last season.
Great setup there.
31-28, a good response after the timeout. Olegario, hook shot, no good. Offensive rebound to the little man, Jello Razon. Yes! And more physicality as Olegario went down. There's a forward pass. Terzo left all alone.
You know, they need to communicate that. Two guys on JC Marcelino, itong si Jello Rason and JR Olegario, which left. Itong si Joseph Terzo, open.
High-low play. That's tapped away. And the chippiness continues in this game.
Oo naman. Talagang alam mo yun.
Now, this assist of the game is brought to you by the MPBL party list ng Kaliga ng Mamamayang Pilipino. JC at the last second finding the roller in Joseph Cavani. That's how you would credit your big man for all of his efforts.
At mas alam mo yung pag nabigyan mo ng ganyan, mas gaganahan pa maglaro yan eh.
It is 34-30.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Joseph Cavani was a stud in game number 2 versus Parañaque. 50% shooting from the field, had 8 points and 13 rebounds. A good way to bounce back after their loss in game number 1.
And you know what, more to that is yung timing ng insertion ni Joseph. He was being used dun sa mga pinakamagandang opportunity na para matulungan yung team niya.
Cavani is averaging near a double-double in this series. 9 points and 10.5 rebounds so far. Now there's another foul called. It's on JB Marcelino. And more free throws. Are we gonna hear something more from Miguel Perey? Challenge. The first in game number 3. It's practically a timeout, so might as well regroup. This coach's challenge is brought to you by the MPBL party list ng Kaliga ng Mamamayang Pilipino.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful. Call on the floor stays. Foul on number 19, JV Marcelino.
It is still a foul on JV Marcelino, which means Coach Louis Alas will not have a challenge anymore in the second half. Let's see what happened. Marcelino tangled up with the taller and bigger in Joshua Galliano.
Yung hawak niya na si Joshua, hindi pa tinatawagan. Pero in that time na medyo yun talaga naging obvious na yung pull niya.
Josh, first one, a miss. It's been an up and down season for Josh Galliano, especially if you are familiar already with his prowess, which was definitely on display with Olivares and last year with Parañaque.
Oo, and talagang medyo nabawasan yung kanyang performance in that game too. Malayo doon sa ginawa niya.
Bongalanza, that's his first 3 in this game. He had 5 in game number 2 and was the best player. A charge called on JR Olegario with 19 seconds remaining. Let's see the replay. of Zamboanga finding their key shooter.
Off that elevator setup. Naipit yung defender ni Bom Galanza doon. And sa akin, hindi yan mangyari dapat. Especially if you're up against this guy who just helped his team win game 2.
Can Zamboanga go for the lead by halftime? 5 seconds. JC, no good. Rebound Sarao.
Mahaba pa yan.
1 second. Uduba from half court. That's off to the right, and that will do it for our first 20 minutes of game number 3. It is 34-33.
You know, maganda doon Nag-buzzer na, pero yung players natin hindi pa tapos maglaro
They've been locked in. I hope you guys did not miss out in every moment of game number 3. But if you did, you had 20 more minutes later on. This halftime score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball and partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX.
Hindi mo kayang malunok ang katotohanang marami pa rin tayong kababayang gutom at walang tahanan. Kaya hindi ka tumigil sa paglaban. Harapin ang kahirapan. Tulungan ang nangangailangan. Basagin ang korupsyon na kanilang nakasanayan. Sa loob at labas, man ng Pinas, bakas na bakas ang iyong tapang puksain ang mga problema ng bansa. Gamit ang lakas, gamit ang isip, gamit ang puso. Kung para sa mamamayang Pilipino, si MP, wala yang sinisino. Manny Pacquiao. Lagi mong sinisiguradong patas. Lagi mong inuuna kung anong dapat. Hindi mo kayang malunok ang katotohanang marami pa rin tayong kababayang gutom at walang tahanan. Kaya hindi ka tumigil sa paglaban. Harapin ang kahirapan. Tulungan ang nangangailangan. Basagin ang korupsyon na kanilang nakasanayan. Sa loob at labas, man ng Pinas, bakas na bakas ang iyong tapang puksain ang mga problema ng bansa. Gamit ang lakas, gamit ang isip, gamit ang puso. Kung para sa mamamayang Pilipino, si MP, wala yang sinisino. Manny Pacquiao.
back here at the Mayor Vitaliano D. Agan Coliseum for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Nasa halftime na po tayo ng huling yugto ng serye ng Zamboanga kontra Parañaque. My name is Andrea Endicio, and right now we will be having our halftime interview together with Sir Joel Mendoza, the Assistant Team Manager of the Parañaque Patriots, and of course, Sir Ram Francisco Iraham, the Team Governor of the Zamboanga Master Sardines. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining me here at the half. At unahin ko na munang kausapin itong si Sir Joel. Sir Joel, nabalitaan po namin ang nangyari sa inyong team wherein the plane went back and forth because of the weather. How did you handle that kind of situation, sir?
Alam mo, yung time na yon, yung mga negative things na nangyari sa amin on the way papunta rito, instead na problemahin namin siya, ginawa na lang namin siya motivation para sa game na to. Kumbaga, pinagpapasalamat na unang-una nag-pray kami, nagdasal kami ng divine protection, at syempre, alam namin si Lord, alam niya lahat ng bagay. Pinagpasa Diyos na lang namin lahat. And then for us as a team, ginawa naming motivation yon. Ginawa naming motivation, yung mga negative things na yon turn into positive. That's why nakikita natin sa game na ngayon, yung mga Patriots, yung Parañaque team, talaga yung heart nila talagang palaban pa rin. Kahit anong negative yung nangyari, still, yung team buo pa rin, lumalaban pa rin para sa Patriots, para sa Parañaque.
That something negative was turned into something positive. Alright, sir. Meron po ba kayong mga gustong batiin o pasalamatan? Go ahead.
Siyempre, unang-una papasalamatan namin yung team owner, si Vice Mayor Joan Villapuerte, na napakatindi pa rin ng suporta sa team kahit na out of town, talagang sinisigurado niya na maayos yung team. At siyempre, ang aming team manager na si Sir Jamal Vizcara, tapos si Congressman Edwin Olivares, si Mayor Eric Olivares, ang Okada Manila Surplus Electrolyte Drink, Orange Top PH, ang Vikings, at siyempre, yung asawa ko, magbe-birthday siya. Happy birthday, I love you so much. At si Paring Paul, magbe-birthday din siya. At saka yung tatlong anak ko, si Faith, Angel, and Rain. At sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa Parañaque Patriots, alam ko nanonood kayo, maraming salamat po. Lalaban po tayo kahit anong mangyari, kahit anong negative yung pinagdaanan natin, lalaban po tayo para sa Parañaque. At siyempre kay Councilor Marvin Santos, maraming salamat po.
Alright, thank you so much. Very beautiful words. At dumako naman tayo sa aking kanan. And Sir Ram, with that story of the Parañaque Patriots, ang inyo naman pong koponan, how long have you guys been here? How long has the team been here?
The team arrived just last Saturday at 3 o'clock. So we balanced everything. We had 3 sessions of practices, and then we had a plant tour. And then, alam mo kasi kapag andito yung team Zamboanga, they feel at home, less pressure, kaya medyo sanay na rin sila dito sa home court natin. So, I'm hopefully, because I'm confident enough that we will win the game.
Kitang-kita naman po na very energized ang inyong mga players. And sir, meron po ba kayong mga gustong batiin o pasalamatan?
First of all, kay Rio Abla, buenas noches. Con aquellos takiaura na diaton Zamboanga City Coliseum. Pwede ba kita todo, Abla? 1, 2, 3, arriba Zamboanga, pwede? 1, 2, 3, arriba! Of course, thank you very much to the team owners, Mr. T.P. Cao and Mama Nita Cao, to Ma'am Pilar, thank you so much. And of course, UCI, makers of Family's Brand Sardines, Atami, Mikado, and Master Sardines, Patrick Sportswear, and of course to my wife over there, to my 2 children in Manila who are watching right now, to Jonathan Santos, and of course to Ma'am Kachua, and Honorable Joventai of Quezon City, team owner of Quezon City. Thank you so much. Zamboanga, buenas noches. Gana kita aura. Thank you.
Alright, thank you so much. And that's it for our halftime interview. Don't go away, magbabalik pa rin po ang MPBL.
Welcome back to game number 3 of Parañaque versus Zamboanga. The tally is 34-33 in favor of the Parañaque Patriots, who have led most of the way. Their biggest lead was 7, which was the start of this matchup, and that was responded by a 5-0 run with Joseph Terzo leading the way for Zamboanga. Those were the biggest runs so far in this game. After that, it's been back and forth. Now we recap the statistics broken down to us by Coach Louie in the first 2 games. The ones dominated by Zamboanga in game 2 that were neutralized by Parañaque in game number 1. How are they doing so far?
Right now, we expected it's going to be a highly physical game. Alam mo yun, no let up for both teams. Pero if you look at it, that's why alam mo yung it's a tight ball game. If you see the numbers, halos parehong-pareho lang in number of field goals, 31%, 32%. Pero ang pinakamaganda ginagawa ng Parañaque right now is they are the ones na leading in terms of second chance points. Alam mo, yung points of turnover still belongs to the Zamboanga Master Sardines. They lead that numbers. Pero ang isang glaring right now, at one thing na kailangan natin sumbaybayan dito is the rebounding battle. Right now, etong Parañaque winning that department 28-16. Kasi yung nanalo ng game 1, yung nanalo sa rebounding, yung nanalo ng game 2, nanalo din sa rebounding.
That's why we had to show John Oduba, who hasn't just led Parañaque in terms of scoring with 7, but he had 5 rebounds as well in the first half to try to counter the production of Joseph Terzo, who had 7 points to lead the way for Zamboanga. No JC Marcelino in the top scorers list for Zamboanga so far in this matchup. And there you see the story. We had to show this to you guys just to let you know how the game is going right now in game number 3 at kung saan siya similar in terms of the first 2 outings.
And if you look at game 1, 8 times the game was tied, 19 lead changes compared to game 2. And right now in this game, we had 6 times the games has been tied and 3 lead changes. So parang makita mo yung sa pangyayari, the way it's going, parang similar to game 1 eh.
Yes. And also, Parañaque had the lead most of the time. They had the advantage for 26 minutes, right, in game number 1, while only 20 seconds in game number 2. And in this game, we've already seen them with the advantage for 16 minutes. So ganun, ang similarities natin. Let's see if that will continue to happen in the second half for these Patriots who would want to win on the road. But Zamboanga is looking to defend its home court. We'll take another break. After that, we'll get things going for the second half of game number 3.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
We are coming back to you live from the Mayor Vitaliano Diagan Coliseum in Zamboanga City for game number 3 of the Master Sardines against the Parañaque Patriots. This is Mix Gomez at your service alongside Coach Louie Gonzalez and Andrea Endicio. It is 34-33, looking similar to game number 1 in favor of Parañaque. And there's a miss by Bonga Lanza. And here's Philip Manalo, who had himself a nice first half with 8 rebounds and 4 assists to his name.
Again, the facilitate, yung pag-facilitate naman talaga, that's where Philip is really good at.
There's a miss by Razon. Great battle in the interior. A turnover though for Parañaque. And it's Bonga Lanza. Stopped by Pido. Galanza asking for that screen. It's provided by Gabayni. Bong down the middle. There's a bump.
And that's, I think, one thing na kailangan gawin ng Zamboanga. Though, may kita mo na they're really very religious running yung offensive sets nila. Pero right now, they need to change it a bit. Alam mo yun, attack earlier. And I think that is the instruction of Coach Louie Alas entering this third period.
Well, they do have their offensive gunners on the floor. JC Marcelino with Renzo Subido and Bonga Lanza together with Joseph Gabayni and Adi Santos.
And you know, they need to keep this guy going. He's been averaging 11.9 points per game. Alam mo, almost 3 assists per game. Pero in this game, that's only parang ilang beses pa lang tumira si Bong eh.
Yes. You only saw him make 1 3 in the first half on 1 attempt. And that's it for him. No 2-point attempt as well for Bonga Lanza, not even free throws. Nice pass inside onto Big Boy Hernandez.
And again, attacking yung defense ni Joseph Gabayni again. Off that back screen given by Jello Razon.
7 points now for Big Boy Hernandez. And we're back with Bonga Lanza. Defended by Castro. Galanza to Gabayni. The cutter. And it's Adi Santos fouled. There has been no shortage of free throws in this game.
And again, ito nga yung question ko kanina. Mix, can we identify with that number of assists? Ilan dyan yung galing sa free throws?
Yes. And just so everybody knows, if you gave up the ball, pag na-foul yung kakampi mo, isang free throw make lang. Assist na yon para sa'yo. So now, there's a percentage of 33% of the total points scored in this game have come from the line. Let's go to Andrea Endicio.
During halftime sa dugout ng Parañaque, Coach Mike talked about how his boys are trying to compete sa kung anumang pisikalidad ang nangyayari. Instead of keeping their focus on the game, the Patriots are letting the extra events bother them. Babalik tayo sa usapan kanina. This Game 3 is all about mental toughness. Para naman sa Zamboanga, nakukulangan pa sa aggressiveness ang coaches. Looking at their transition offense and points in the paint, it shows na kailangan pa raw magtrabaho. And a while ago, I saw JC Marcelino alone at the corner with his eyes closed, doing some heavy breathing exercises. At sabi sa akin ng kambal niya na si JV, they do that kapag ramdam nilang they are not doing enough. With that first half looking like JC hasn't found his rhythm yet, kailangan niya raw yun to recenter and refocus himself. Back to you guys.
That has been a usual sight for us. After all, JC Marcelino is not perfect, even though he's been so good in the MPBL. In 12 minutes of play in the first half, he was 0 out of 6 from the field with only 2 points, both of them coming from the line. 3 rebounds, but he did have 4 assists.
And you know, that's a sign of a great player. He knows that when things are going tough or rough on them, they just know that they just need to go back to the basic and the fundamentals nung laro at saka nung mindset nila.
Here's Zamboanga on the run. It's their identity, and there's JC Marcelino right on cue.
Points of turnovers.
After all, even if you only give him 2 quarters, JC can explode as Hernandez continues to score. He's going to be called for a tech. He celebrated towards Joseph Gabayni.
Yeah, that's taunting.
You can only celebrate towards your team. That's the absolute rule. Coach Mike Sagiget very unhappy about it, obviously. Let's see what happened off of the conversion. Wait for the celebration. There you go. It was fast. But yes, he was facing Gabaini in that moment.
But then again, he needs to control himself. You know, those are the things na he's capable of doing already. Diba? Again, it's the poise again. It's the emotion. But that was a good play coming from Parañaque Patriots off that pass ni John Odoba. Second time already it happened.
Bongalanza was able to convert from the line. He is, after all, the second best free throw shooter of Zamboanga this season, just behind Renzo Subido. Subido will now bring the ball down. They're up by 2 in the third quarter. 2.5 minutes gone by. Subido working with Adi Santos. Renzo, clear path to the rim.
As just mentioned, no? Mas agresibo na silang umatake sa mga pick and rolls and maybe later on nakakita tayo mga isolations pa.
42-38, Jello Razon for 3, no good. And here come the Master Sardines with absolute momentum. Galanza was bumped, and he will try to extend the biggest lead of Zamboanga. What a blistering start for the home squad. And again, it's the usual suspects. That combination of JC, Renzo, and Bong. That could just be the formula for them.
And you know, all these things happen. Okay, they get to the line, fast break points. Kung papansinin mo, yung first 7 seconds ng every time they get the possession, mas mataas yung efficiency rate nila dun kaysa nung nag-half court set sila.
Yeah, the shot clock was winding down a lot in the first half. JP Sara will now check in as this fast break of the game is brought to you by Sports Max, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max, the first field goal of the MVP in Season 4 in JC Marcelino with that layup. Here's JP Sarao. There's a foul called. It hasn't been the best of nights for JP so far. He was called for 2 quick fouls in his opening minute in this game. Only had 2 points and 2 rebounds by halftime. Remember, this is a man who's averaged 17 points in the 3 games versus Zamboanga this season.
Pero we know na, you know, in that first game, ang daming halos lahat ng points ni JP came in the latter part of the game. So we know na talagang ipe-preserve siya ni Coach Mike Sagigit for that moment.
And he's been efficient with his free throws, by the way. He was 9 out of 10 in game number 1, 7 out of 9 in game number 2. And now he's 2 out of 2 off of those conversions.
Pero you know, in addition to the efficiency, no, konting free throws pa yan para kay JP Sara kasi he's been averaging almost 9 free throws per game in combined game 1 and 2.
It's Renzo Subido feeling it here in Zamboanga. He has 9 points. Renzo now leads the way for the Master Sardines in terms of scoring. Almost a steal. Oduba. Ooh, more activity. Oduba very unhappy with that last bump. This is a guy who already had so many major injuries before.
And you know, that guy as well, you know, all through, we don't see him like that. He's quiet, he's just a worker. We know that he gets battered a lot, but today parang ang daming reaction na nakita natin kay John Odoba.
It was almost a tough fall for him. Kaya naman, ganun yung kanyang pagbangon. May bunggo papunta kay JC Marcelino.
He feels na, and was telling the ref, sinahod ako.
Yeah. And about his major injuries, he had 1 on his shoulder, 1 on his knee, at may mga iba pang injury yan, kaya naging Iron Man na siya for Parañaque as that double-double, literally a machine this season for the Patriots.
And you know, this playoff experience playing against Zamboanga will just make him a lot better player. Diba? In terms of his maturity, in terms of his poise. And you know, he knows what it takes to play there. Pag ikaw big man ka, naglalaro ka, alam mo, yung jungle nandyan sa inside the perimeter, inside the key. You need to be tough there.
Well, in the jungle, the mighty jungle.
Oh.
It was JC Marcelino called for the foul a while ago, and nothing on John Oduba. Paulo Castro against Bongalanza. Off of the switch, Sarao ceiling. JP double teamed. Sarao is fouled.
Again, it's just it's that mental toughness. It's matching up yung strength ni JP Sarao down low. Hindi yan biro, ha. Medyo mahirap yan pigilan pataas. Pero Bongalanza is there, standing his way.
And there was help. Just wasn't enough in that sequence for JP Sarao. Has been used to all the massages of the MPBL since his prior seasons. He was an all-star this year for the first time, but he was already a candidate last year when he played for, was that Muntinlupa?
Muntinlupa, oo.
It was Marco Balagtas selected for the Cagers. That was after his stint with the Rice Vanguards.
Pero isipin mo naman din yung naging opportunity for JP Sarao to improve his game nung nandun pa siya with the Rice Vanguards.
Oh, yes.
Di ba?
Kick out by Subido. It's JC attacking Marcelino. Basket and one. There's the moment that everybody has been waiting for.
So let's see. Again, more isolation, more downhill attack. Okay.
And after that, he was able to flex. Maybe even some more after that free throw conversion. It's been an efficient night from the line, at least, for JC Marcelino. And now the lead has been extended to 5 points for the home squad. This timeout is brought to you by the MPBL Party List ng Kaliga ng Mamamayang Pilipino.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
You are still watching the MPBL, and I am with one of the city councilors of Zamboanga, Councilor Vino Gingona. And Councilor, this game has been a close fight since the first half. As a former basketball player yourself, ano po ba sa tingin niyo yung winning factor na dapat ipakita ng team to win this game?
Yes, yeah. As a former basketball player, the nerves are very, very ngayon. At this point, we are leading by 5 points, but I believe Master Sardines will pull it off because number one, we have the crowd. The energy of the crowd really boosts the players. And of course, the determination. I can see it in the faces of the Zamboangueño bringing Zamboanga. I can see it in their eyes. They're really willing to win it.
And Consi, we're just curious, in the future, pwede po ba namin kayong makita as one of the homegrown players ng Zamboanga?
Oh yes, sure. I will try to get fit again and practice so that makabalik ako. No, that was one of my dream, was to become a basketball player. But then we are here, we became a public servant. But then my passion with basketball is still here, it's still in my heart. So I'm very happy to see MPBL in Zamboanga. And I would like to thank, of course, Manny Pacquiao, our senator. Thank you for bringing this league to Zamboanga City. And of course, I would like to thank our mayor, John Dalipe, and our majority leader, Manix Dalipe, for supporting basketball in Zamboanga City.
Alright, thank you so much po, Migs and Coach Louie. Mukhang may aabangan tayo next season.
There might just be a next John Mahari for Zamboanga after all. Good luck to Councilor Vino, but now we're seeing such a great run for Zamboanga. Renzo Subido is steering the ship for them.
He started to alam mo, yung kailangan nilang spark. Especially in this third, in terms of scoring and attacking early in the basket, Migs.
Subido is the first guy to reach double figures for the Master Sardines. Uduba is now at the line to try to trim the biggest lead of Zamboanga. The first one is good. There has to be a lot of poise and composure moving forward for Parañaque, especially when the crowd has gotten going already for the home squad. Here's Renzo Subido. Everybody by the three-point line for Zamboanga. Is this a zone?
Zone, but it's a hybrid one.
Marcelino, the drive and the leaner. No good. Offensive rebound for JC. And then it's John Uduba who's now on the floor as the ball went out of bounds in favor of Zamboanga. Oh, they want the challenge. That's what John is fighting for.
You know, and that's your player for you. Trying to pick himself up. He hurt his toe. Pero again, telling the bench na, coach, you need to challenge that call.
And so the yellow light is on for Coach Mike Sagigit. He's the younger of the two coaches in this matchup. This is actually the first time that he's gone up against Louis Alas in his career in the MPBL.
In the MPBL,
And he has a good record, 2-1 against him. This Coach's Challenge is brought to you by the MPBL Party List, ang kaliga ng mamamayang Pilipino.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Successful. Ball possession goes to Parañaque Patriots.
It is a successful challenge for Coach Mike Sagigit. John Uduba was right. After all, it was off of JC Marcelino.
Very clear.
Buti na lang, nilaban pa ni John yun as he was tending to himself. This is Philip Manalang. Giving it up to Jello Razon. Screened by JP Sarao. Jello goes left. It's a three-pointer. Jello Razon. That's his first conversion from downtown.
And you know, that's the second one. He nailed one in the start with a bordering shot.
All right. Yung pinakauna.
Pero that's a big break for Parañaque. You know, off that successful challenge, to be able, ito si Jello Razon especially, nakashoot ng three-pointer.
Guess what? That was actually his third. Hindi natin namalayan. All of the field goals of Jello Razon have come from downtown. He's 3 out of 8. And it's a charge called on JP Sarao. This three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. I'm sure you guys remember it. The conversion by Jello Razon to trim the lead down to 3 points.
Is there a timeout?
Seems like it. We'll take a break.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Kenneth to them din, Head of Security, Rudy Distrito. Head of Basketball Operations, Emer Oreta. We have Mayor John Dalipe present as well here in Zamboanga City. Councilor Vino, who Andrea just talked to a while ago with some MPBL drinks apparently for himself. And Sir Tipicao is present as well, the son of Ma'am Anita. Dito rin si Vice Mayor Pinpin Pareha. Magandang gabi po sa inyo. And we are grateful for your presence in game number 3. JC Marcelino against Keith Pido. Solis looking for an opening. 6 on the shot clock.
And this is what I'm saying. Every time mahaba yung possession, yung success rate ng offense nila medyo mababa. Diba? And just that one is just lucky na itong si Ray Publico was able to get that offensive rebound. Pero nakita naman natin, walang direction din yung layup ni Barcuma.
Yeah. It was a wild attempt.
Oo.
But then again, Barcuma has that athleticism. And we've seen him elevate all season long. Publico on his first free throw. That is good as one of the starters in this game. He's 3 out of 3 so far from the line. Total of 5 points. Here's Publico with Solis. And they also have JC, Joey Barcuma, and Renzo Subido. Almost an offensive rebound. Pido forward to Martel. Lian on the catch. Kick out to Manalang. Screen by Big Boy. Philip to the left. Martel attacking, not losing his footing. 10 on the shot clock. Off the switch. Manalang dances. He shoots and he misses. Rebound JC. No numbers. Marcelino tried to attack, and now it's Renzo Subido up top. Short. Rebound Solis. Barcuma with some hesitation. The MVP off of his turn. That was a bump. And
was there a call?
I don't know. It's too loud.
Oh.
And people were reacting already with a non-call. We'll let our referees sort this one out. It's the most important player of Zamboanga on the ground. And when JC is on the floor, then everybody would be on the edge of his or her seat.
Exactly. And you know, in that last sequence, as far as I can remember, he really ran into Liam Martel.
Yeah, a wall.
A wall.
Of Liam Martel.
Diba? Wala ka talaga magagawa na doon. Yeah, okay, good coverage there by Keith Pido. And there you go.
Yeah. Everybody was not sure. At ayun, may last second din kasi na sipa.
Coming from Ray Publico, which to me is really uncalled for. Right now, they don't need those kinds of antics. They're still up.
Yeah. These types of moments have changed momentums in the history of the MPBL. Lalo na, third quarter to. This could set things up for whatever, storyline that we could have in the fourth frame.
And again, alam mo, nag-iisip tayo kanina, may manonood ba? Pero now, etong Zamboanga Coliseum, halos jump back na.
Yeah. They were just in time for tip-off at 7 p.m., which would be the tip-off as well on Wednesday between Binyan and South Cotabato. But the referees have decided. Let's listen in to Miguel Pereira about the decision of Alan Manzano, Julius Tiquio, Jackson Mabantos, and Noel Batuhan. Still some clarification going on. Luzon is already ready to shoot free throws.
Upon review, foul on number 42, Leon Martel. Penalties, fourth. Technical foul on number 31, Ray Publico for second motion. Third foul on Ray Publico.
There you have it. It's a blocking foul on Leon.
Technical free throw, Jello Razon.
On Ray Publico. That's why Jello Razon is at the stripe. That's a miss for the best free throw shooter of Parañaque at 79% efficiency all season long. That was the first free throw, though, of Jello Razon tonight.
And John Oduba being reinserted to replace Liam Martel.
It's JC at the stripe. That would be his first miss from the line. 3 out of 4 tonight. 7 points so far for the MVP of Zamboanga back in Season 4. 7, 5, and 4. Again, overall numbers for the man who leads Zamboanga in points, assists, and steals all season long, and he's top 3 in rebounds and blocks. It's Philip Manalang against Renzo Subido. They go to Keith Pido. Down by 5. Pido still at it. 8 on the shot clock. Jello Razon against Joey Barcuma. Two former perpetual players going at it. Great help by Solis. Step back for Jello. And that was a foul by J-Boy.
Oh, that's big. But again, the concentration of Razon, no?
There is another review for our referees. It could have been a landing spot violation as well on J-Boy Solis.
Oo. So siguro ang gusto na, ang wish na lang ng Zamboanga right now, inabot yung ng expiration ng shot clock. Yung attempt ni Jello Razon.
Yeah. Ooh, very dangerous.
Oo. Pero at least nandun lang sa loob ng masakit kung natawagan. At least it's inside the key. Inside the 3-point line.
Yeah. So 2 free throws instead of 3.
Pero mabigat. I-upgrade nila po Anspo.
And it's just going to be a push. Jello's asking now kung ilan.
Number 41, J-Boy Solis.
It should be 2.
That's his 4th foul.
Apat na si J-Boy Solis. Let's see who else is in foul trouble for Zamboanga. Santos, Gabaini, and Publico have 3 each. For Parañaque, we have Sarao with 4. Pido has 3 alongside Martel. Conversion for Jello Razon. He's now in double figures. 11, 7, and 5 for Jello. 51-48. Still against that hybrid zone. Subido pulling up. Short. Ball tapped and recovered by Publico, who's fouled. And it was a hard fall on his wrist. Another man on the ground.
Second chance points.
In terms of second chance opportunities in this game, we've seen Parañaque maximize. We still have the advantage 12-4, but Zamboanga, they're trying to catch up. There still is a plus 12 as well for rebounding for these Patriots, and they're doing it with JP Sarao only having played 14 minutes so far.
Oo, kasi quality minutes din naman yung di-deliver right now ni Christian Hernandez and Liam Martel. Ang laking tulong yan.
How about Philip Manalang and Jello Razon also combining for 16 rebounds?
Oh. And just continue to be aggressive, you know. So let's see what happened here.
Left wrist.
Yun. Tapos nabagsakan niya pa yata.
Yeah. Well, Publico had to be subbed out, and so Joseph Gabayni is now at the line. The co-starter of Ray Publico converts on his first gimme. There you see him icing that left wrist. It might have been a finger, by the way, the thumb. Two out of two for Joseph Gabayni, and now Bongalanza will return. Galanza hasn't shot the ball as much in this game. He's at 1 out of 2 so far. More free throws compared to field goal attempts for Bong. Uduba on the layup. He's fouled as well.
You know how many times already na ginawa na ng Parañaque yung play na yan. Parang inverted na pick and roll. Yung big man ang binibigyan ng screen na eh.
Yes. Well, that's their versatility. This play of the game is brought to you by Suzuki. John Uduba, he did tell me that he's been working on his
ball
guard
handling.
forward skills.
Ball handling niya.
If he wants to transition to the PBA, that would be key for him.
Kasi minsan ayun yung kailangan matutunan ng mga malalaking players natin eh. You know, you will be more in the advantage if your position is a big man and you have a guard skills.
Yes. Yun na rin naman ang evolution ng big men ngayon sa basketball. As Barkuma shoots and scores from the corner. First 3 points for Joey Barkuma.
And you know, itong si Joey Barkuma, he loved those moments. He's not afraid of taking big shots.
Oh, he has definitely come alive in the season during those games when JB Marcelino was unavailable for them. It is Razon feeding to Pido. They go to Uduba for 3. No good. Manalang with his 10th board in this game. Philippines. Hernandez will score.
You know, rebound and an assist.
That's 10 rebounds and 5 assists for Philip Manalang in this outing.
And again, making himself yung maging factor siya uli, di ba? Again, I spoke to him at the start of the game. Babawi ka ba, Philip? Yes, coach. Oo naman. Hindi pwedeng ganon.
Yes. Well, that is the mentality of a champion after all. This 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. It is Joey Barkuma giving some sort of a birthday gift to Chito Jaime, who will be rewarded with that assist. Happy birthday to you, Chito Jaime. By the way, Chito has waited for yet another opportunity to get a championship. In his MPBL career, he's always been in the finals, but no ring as of yet. It is Manalang feeding Hernandez again. What a connection. Under 30 seconds before the end of the third.
Alam mo, if he continues to play like that, mukhang mapapalitan na natin yung moniker natin dito kay Christian Hernandez.
Yeah.
Oo.
May naisip ka na ba?
Oo.
It is Barkuma missing. Offensive rebound. 3 on the shot clock. So Bido has the fire. Renzo will lose time. And Parañaque will have 5 seconds to work with before we end the third quarter. Coach Mike Sagigit wants Paulo Castro as an offensive option. Oligario is still there. Who will Paulo replace? It has to be who?
So, okay, they might be called for a delay of game.
It's Hernandez who will go out. All right. 5 guards on the floor for Coach Mike.
Ito, talking about going small.
Yeah. Pido, Castro, Olegario at center. And then we have Manalang and Razon.
Si Bongalanza at si Paulo Castro na ang sentro.
Sila na. Eto, pinasok na si John Uduba for Keith Pido. And the substitutions continue to come.
No, is it allowed?
The referees are allowing it. Now what? So you're sending, okay, They send back Joseph Gabayni. Pinapapasok naman ngayon si Adi Santos. Pero hindi naaabot yan. So we continue. Philip Manalang. He will shoot. That's no good for Philip. And so, after 30 minutes of play, it is 57-55.
Again, it's a long physical third quarter again. But then again, medyo mas interesting na kasi marami na tayong execution na nakikita.
These highlights of the game are brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. It hasn't been smooth all game long because of the passion and the heart of these two teams to try to get into round number 2. Renzo Subido, though, had himself one good third quarter.
You know, he started that. Yung early attacks nila, talagang gave them this lead. Talagang they were the very reason that they are in control of this sa third quarter na to because of that start.
Subido leads the way with 11 points for Zamboanga, while it's 11 across the board for 3 players of Parañaque in Big Boy Hernandez, John Aduba, and Jello Razon. It is 57-55 after 3. Presenting our Suzuki muscular and sporty fan of the game, just like the Avenus, do more and achieve more with a muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki. The Avenus, oras na para magmotor at oras na rin para imbitahin ninyo ang inyong mga kapamilya, ang inyong mga kaibigan para manood ng fourth quarter between Parañaque and Zamboanga. This is game number 3, do or die. And somewhere out there, the Quezon Huskers are watching as they are awaiting their opponents for round number 2. Game 1 of the South Semis will begin this Monday at Lucena City. Coach Louie, our quarter scoring.
You know how tight it is. Again, Zamboanga gaining control in that third quarter. Pero again, sa tinatakbo ng laro, etong Parañaque, they were able to prevent that meltdown already. So
nice up and under by JC Marcelino.
So expect mo na it's gonna be close all throughout. Pero again, babalikan natin yung pinag-usapan natin. It's the poise versus the aggression.
Yes. Now, the aggressor is the MVP himself. Catching the pass from Joey Barcuma. Well, JC has certainly outplayed himself. Comparing it to his first half production of only having 2 points, he's now up to double figures with 11.
And you know, quietly ang maganda, he's not forcing himself to the situation eh. He just waits for the game to come to him. Diba? Doon yung nakukuha yung mga puntos niya.
60-55 now. JP shut off for 3. That's big. Remember, that guy was the best player in game number 1, and he had timely 3-pointers then. Total of 9 points so far for JP. Marcelino onto Gabayni. Joseph backing down, turning around, and scoring.
And you know, every time he gets that ball and gets to that flow, nung favorite move niya, talagang most likely he'll make the basket.
Sarao on the other end could not score. Rebound, JC. And here's his twin. Barcuma back to JV. Gabayni, turnover. Counter for Parañaque. Olegario to Razon. Jello has 3 threes so far to his name. Make it 4. That's short. Oh, now some retaliation by John Aduba, who was hit by Chito Jaime. And we have another review. We've seen a flurry of unsportsmanlike fouls and technical fouls in this game because of a lot of reactions to physicality.
So let's see on the review what happened, really transpired there.
Sa kaliwang bahagi. Bumawi si John Aduba. And he is called for a foul.
See the replay.
All right, we are ready to move on. JC Marcelino will inbound to Joey Barcuma. Over 90 seconds gone by in the fourth frame. Barcuma to JB, who lost his balance. Almost a walk. 10 on the shot clock. Joey to his MVP. JC Marcelino against Keith Pido. 4 on the shot clock. Gabaini has the roller. He's blocked by Oduba.
Oh, great rotation there.
It's Olegario who then lost the ball. Counter for Zamboanga. Barcuma. Chito Jaime. Back to Joey. Wide open.
Big.
Too strong. Rebound Pido. And here's John Oduba. He will streak through. Oduba is fouled. All right, to calm everybody down, let's listen to the voice of Andrea Enticio.
As per the narration of Ray Publico, ginamit niya raw ang kanyang kaliwang kamay na pangsalaw sa sarili niya in that fall. However, nadaganan pa raw siya ng isa pang player, doubling the effect on his hand. According to their team PT, Sir Angelo Tenorio, it's a suspected fracture because of the speed and the severity of the swelling. And 80% maaaring hindi na raw makabalik sa game. Itong si Ray. Back to you guys.
Oh, that will not calm down the Zamboanga fans. A fracture could mean absence for the rest of the playoffs.
Exactly.
Get well soon, Ray Publico. And remember, Zamboanga already doesn't have a natural backup center. With the departure of Mark Omega, these are converted fives for them.
Oo. Alam mo, ang mabigat pa dito, yung pwede na sana nilang magamit na luxury that can play the 3 or 4 spot na si Jason Apolonio is healing also eh.
Yeah.
Di ba?
He's in street clothes for today. This is Galanza fouled. And that's it for JP Sarao. It would be foul number 5. Only 15 minutes of play for JP Sarao in Game 3.
Now, will they challenge this foul? Because they still have one challenge. And if I'm Coach Mike, might as well use that.
Yeah, this is about saving a player in this game. But there's no sign of challenging for Coach Mike Sagigit.
Instead arguing for the call.
So Hernandez will step in. He is the leading scorer of Parañaque with 13. Turnover story, 17-13, a plus 11 in points off of turnovers. One thing that Zamboanga dominated in Game 2. But that was pure domination, a plus 30 by then.
Oo. Pero ngayon, alam mo, okay na eh. Okay na yan. It's just, kailangan din naman itong Parañaque na makakuha rin ng puntos off turnovers.
Yes. Here's Philip Manalang. They're only down by 2. John Oduba. Back to Philip. 2-man game up top. Manalang. Oh, again, a lot of physicality. And it's a foul on Bong Galanza.
Hindi na switch eh. They're forcing the switch.
We have seen a grand total of 47 fouls in this game. Sideline inbound for Philip Manalang. Up top to Jello. The all-star starter of Parañaque. Screen by Big Boy. Rescreen. Razon. A 3. That's short. And now it's Zamboanga with possession. It's Renzo Subido. Onto his trailer. Solis will miss. Rebound Parañaque. Counter. John Oduba. One guy to beat. And he will score.
And lucky break there, no? John Oduba was down on the floor. Tapos noon, ayan na. Dalawang player na may hawak sa ulo nila.
It's Oduba and Keith Pido on the ground. But now, we have an interview courtesy of Andrea Enticio.
Well, Migs, I am with the one who presented the MPBL All-Star here in Zamboanga City. Walang iba kundi si Miss Kat Chua. And Ma'am Kat, kahit po malakas yung ulan kanina, ay puno pa rin ang ating venue. Can you share with us how much of a basketball community is Zamboanga City?
Buenas noches na mga vivientes de Zamboanga, especially ang ating mga bisita ngayong gabi na nanonood dito sa Zamboanga City Coliseum. Buenas noches. Ang Zamboanga po ay mahilig po talaga sa basketball. Number one recreational game po talaga or sports ng Zamboanga ay ang basketball. So kung hindi nyo po alam, ang basketball po ay dito sa Zamboanga, ang paliga ay all year round. So ganun po, kaya inaasahan po namin na sana po manalo po talaga ang Zamboanga Master Sardines ngayong gabi para bumalik po ang MPBL dito sa Zamboanga City para sa finals game.
Well, Ms. Kat Chua, in behalf of the MPBL family, we can feel the love, right, Mix and Coach Louie?
Yes, thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Miss Kat. By the way, Keith Pito has fouled out. And we have a deadlock at 62. It is Bongalanza at the corner. That's a three.
Yeah, and again, you can just feel the excitement and engagement ng crowd right now dito sa venue natin, Mix. And I think that if you fuel talaga ng Zamboanga yan.
That's the second three-pointer of Bongalanza in this game. He's up to double figures with 10. 65-62, Philip Manalang. Nice in and out. Manalang feeds Hernandez to try to finish. Big boy is fouled.
Yeah, was it in the act of shooting?
The first, this fast break of the game is brought to you by SportsMax, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max, a touchdown for John Oduba. And yes, it was of shooting motion for Big Boy Hernandez, who just converted from the line. He's up to 14 points, one away from being tied with John Oduba as the leading scorers of Parañaque.
Oo. And again, composure down the wire. Ito na yung importante ngayon. Will can Parañaque keep it up against itong pressure nitong Master Sardines?
There you see the numbers of Tristan Hernandez. Badly needed, as we should say, by Parañaque with the struggle of JP Sara. Almost a steal by Razon. And we're back with Renzo Subido. 10 on the shot clock. Two-man game. Subido. Solis. No good. Rebound to the smallest guy of Parañaque. And here's Manalang to Razon. They swing it over. Nice fake. Olegario leans in. No good. And Hernandez lost space. I need to tell everybody that in the 3 games of Zamboanga and Parañaque so far this season, 2 have been close. And in those 2 games, Parañaque won.
Exactly.
83-79 in game 1. And in the regular season, 65-62. The only game that Zamboanga won was that blowout in game number 2. That was actually the largest loss of the season of the Parañaque Patriots. A minus 22 for them. And the most that they allowed in a single game, 94 points.
That's why it's very important for them to keep up kung ano yung nasa mga advantages nila right in this game, especially in that rebounding battle. Malaking bagay yan. And second chance points, they're up. Plus yung points of turnovers, hindi ganun kalaki yung discrepancy.
Again, it's looking like game number 1.
Oo.
So will Zamboanga break the spell tonight as they try to advance to round number 2? Renzo Subido onto Bongalanza. They have their big 3 back in.
And this is the guy right now na kinakabahan ako.
Galanza misfired. Gabayni, no put back.
That's just great defense coming from Christian Hernandez and John Oduba.
Parañaque try to get the lead back. Oduba almost lost it. Oh, that's tapped away off of the knee of John Oduba.
Yeah, it's clear. At again, ito yung importante ngayon. Nakikita mo na yung fatigue on both Hernandez and Oduba.
who's the guy, who's the next guy.
Yes. Could Lian Martel return? Because there's no more JP Sarao due to 5 fouls.
Oo. Or maybe si Joshua Goliano gawin nilang
4.
slide nila to 4.
Bongalanza against Jello Razon. 2-man game with Gabayni. 5 on the shot clock. Onto the roller. Marcelino for 3. No good. And that's off of Big Boy Hernandez. We have Joey Barcuma now checking back in. Zamboanga goes smaller as Galanza steps out. Baseline for JC Marcelino. They go to Joey. Defended by Jello. Inside, Gabayni. He turns and feeds onto Adi Santos with a sorry miss. One more, Gabayni. He lost the ball. Zamboanga will keep possession.
So will they challenge this?
Coach Mike asking for it. He's surveying with John Aduba. And it seems like they will.
You know, might as well use the challenge also to at least mabigyan mo lang ng maikling break yung mga players mo.
Yeah.
Oo.
Aduba was already breathing heavily.
Gas out na yung dalawa eh. But again, you cannot blame those. Grabe rin yung nilalaro ng dalawang yan. Yung dalawang frontline players ng Parañaque Patriots.
This Coach's Challenge is brought to you by the MPBL Party List ng Kaliga ng Mamamayang Pilipino. Let's slow down for a moment.
Upon review, the challenge was successful. Ball possession goes to Parañaque.
There you go. Successful challenge for the road team. Coach Mike Sagigit also was able to regroup his squad. Let's see the replay. Apparently it was off of Zamboanga. Tumulos lang kay Joseph Gabayni.
Yeah, even Jello Razon wasn't able to touch that basketball.
So we proceed. A 1-point game in favor of Zamboanga. Under 4 minutes to go. Jello Razon working with Big Boy Hernandez. Razon pulling up and scoring. This is his moment.
He loves that spot.
The lead is now in Parañaque. Here's JC, double teamed, almost a steal. Olegario still at it. Barcuma recovering. Gabayni. Now it's Sobido able to score with his leader. That's 13 for Renzo Sobido. Back and forth we go. The biggest lead was only 7 in this game. Philip Manalang using the screen. 9 on the shot clock. Back with Mr. Clutch. Razon against JC. Nice escape by Jello Razon.
You know, they're forcing Jello to attack to his left. But Jello knew it already. That's why he is more focused now that he knows na, ibibigay na sa akin to, pero sige na, ito na yung kukunin ko rin.
Jello also got the steal on the other end. That's 15 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists for Jello Razon. 2 steals and a block as well. Philip Manalang down the middle. Manalang. Ooh, he escaped. No basket. Recovery for Big Boy Hernandez.
And what a time for Christian Hernandez.
He's up to 17 points. Back as the leading scorer of the Parañaque Patriots in lieu of JP Sarao fouling out. It's no problem in the interior for the road squad, up by 3. This was the escape by Philip Manalang. He almost made it, but the perseverance was there.
Oo, you know, yung sipag mo lang na iposisyon yung sarili mo ng tama down low eh. That's big already. Christian was able to position himself. So let's see that one was the attack of Rason versus Marcelino, forcing him to his left.
And now this timeout is brought to you by the MPBL Party List ng Kaliga ng Mamamayang Pilipino. Back inside the Mayor Vitaliano Diagan Coliseum in Zamboanga City. A while ago, Andrea was able to talk with Ms. Kat Chua, HSR Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes, Head of Basketball Operations Emmer Ureta, and Head of Security Rudy Distrito. On Wednesday, we'll have game number 3 for Binyan versus South Cotabato inside the Alonte Sports Arena. That will wrap up round number 1 of the 2024 MPBL playoffs. Again, it's going to be San Juan versus Caloocan, Nueva Ecija versus Pampanga. And Quezon is waiting for the winner of Zamboanga and Parañaque, while it's Batangas who will face the winner of Binyan and South Cotabato. 2 minutes and change. It is Galanza for the tie. In and out. Rebound Manalang.
And how many times it happened already? The first and three-pointer ni Chito Jaime in and out. Now it's Bong Galanza.
These last 2 minutes are brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball and a partner of the MPBL. Basta ending. GameX. Manalang unable to score. And here come the Master Sardines. Gabaini gives it up to his leading scorer, Sabido. He needs a teammate. Back to Joseph. 12 on the shot clock. Almost a steal by Olegario.
Yeah.
We have 9 to work with for Coach Louis Alas and company. 93 seconds to go. Sideline for JC. Marcelino. Now on to Sabido. Renzo attacking, spinning, and missing. Ball tapped away.
Yeah, they're going to review that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an automatic review. Okay, we're inside the last 2 minutes already.
Parañaque, they were surprised with that call, as initially it was ruled Zamboanga getting possession. Let's see the replay. Who was it off of? Yeah, that's Adi Santos.
Adi Santos.
And a change for referee Alan Manzano.
So itong Parañaque still has 2 timeouts left. So let's see if gagamitin na ni Coach Mike Sagigit yan, or most likely nakatawag na yan, nakadesign na yan ng something.
On the other end, there's 1 remaining for Coach Louis Alas. Parañaque will look to exhibit poise once more in this next possession against what is expected to be the aggressive defense of Zamboanga. 80 seconds remaining. The Patriots are up by 3. Philip Manalang. They go to Jello Razon from way out. That's no good for Jello. And Zamboanga will go to their MVP. JC working with Adi Santos. Marcelino attacking and feeding. Galanza, no good.
Yeah, those are good open looks.
50 seconds. Here's Philip Manalang. Back to Jello. 8 on the shot clock. Razon wants the ISO. Now there's the pick. Jello, tough shot, no good. Rebound Gabaini. 30 seconds remaining. Galanza. Oh, a miscue, and that's a turnover.
Oo. And you know what? 24 seconds left. One possession ball game.
So Parañaque can opt to inbound full court.
Exactly.
And if they do that, there will be no more shot clock. This was the turnover by Bong Galanza.
That's big. That's big. And kanina, alam mo ako, hindi na ako magugulat if they gonna do the same kung ano ginawa nila at the end of the half, putting 5 guards all together.
That's to take good care of the basketball. After all, we've seen 18 turnovers already for Parañaque in this game. At the same time, you'd want your excellent free throw shooters.
Exactly. And sa tingin ko kasi, it's easier if you're gonna utilize the whole court. Diba? Kailangan mo lang kasi ma-inbound kasi alam mo naman yung gagawin. You don't need to take a shot, expect a foul. Diba? Ayun na lang eh.
In this game, Parañaque has shot the ball 19 out of 28 from the line. That's 67%. And in terms of their best free throw shooters all season long, it's Jello Razon, JP Sarao, and Olegario as the top 3. There's no more JP Sarao. They will opt to work with 3 guards and 2 bigs. John Oduba, Big Boy Hernandez with Philip Manalang, JR Olegario, and Jello Razon. Looking at the free throw shooting tonight of these players, it seems like Big Boy Hernandez is the best bet to foul. He's at 5 out of 9.
So ito, mas mahirap depensahan to kasi yung inbound nasa sideline mix.
But the shot clock is still at 24.
24, oo.
Manalang got it. He's being pressured by Joey Barcuma. Philip.
They're not yet fouling.
14 seconds to go. Now they're giving it up. And it's Olegario who will shoot free throws. These will be the first gimmies for tonight for JR Olegario. The man with the most inspiring storyline for Parañaque this season. Tested at the line. The first one is good.
If you talk about nerves, this guy, how he introduced himself in this season ng MPBL.
Now he's part of one of the biggest moments of Parañaque. 1 out of 2 though. Zamboanga still pushing. Barcuma. They go to Chito Jaime for 3. That's good. A 1-point game with 5 seconds to go. The birthday boy giving Zamboanga a chance. Anything can happen.
Yeah, talking about not giving up. And that was quick.
Now, even a foul that would result to free throws would still allow this game to be of 1 possession
May oras
difference.
pa eh. So let's see if it's a 3-pointer talaga.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
By the way, the right wing, that's where Chito Jaime got his 1,000 points in the MPBL, by that spot. And so, can Zamboanga actually give him a birthday gift with a win? Let's try to listen in to Coach Mike.
Tao ni babae ni. Okay? Sa ibabaw ka na, sa ibabaw ka. Walang illegal, walang illegal. Bilis ang takbo. Pag wala, pakita ka. Pakita ka. Kukunin ni Philip sa'yo. Hey, punta rin ang corner ha. Away!
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
It should be the quickest of fouls, right?
Exactly.
Well, we do have the best defenders of Zamboanga now on the floor, with Mahari joining the mix.
And you know, this is Zamboanga is not new to this. Remember that game in Binyan. where they forced KG to foul and they were able to steal the win against the Binyan Tatakjel.
Parañaque ought to be careful. Can they avoid that turnover? Manalang looking for a teammate. That's a risky pass and a foul before John Aduba almost went to the half-court line.
And you know, they were able to force that. Same, pero mabigat kasi ang nangyari kasi sa Binyan no, nag-react si KG Caneleta. Diba?
All right, John Aduba will be tested. He's 5 out of 6 from the line tonight. It's going to be a one-possession game either way. The first one is no good. Everybody up on their feet inside the Mayor Vitaliano Diagan Coliseum. Zamboanga can actually go for the win. But boxing out will be important. John Aduba to increase the lead to 2 points. That's good. And one last timeout for Coach Louie Alas. Down by 2 with 4 seconds remaining. This is for survival.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Ating to ah. Pakita ka konti ah, galaw-galaw ka. No, easy. Come on, let's go. Come on. Hey, let's go.
A 2 to tie, a 3 to win it. And Zamboanga will roll with Joseph Gabaini, Renzo Subido, JC Marcelino, Bonga Lanza, and the birthday boy, Chito Jaime.
Yeah, because you don't know where to, kung saan pupunta because all 5 are capable.
It's a sideline inbound for Renzo Subido, the leading scorer of Zamboanga in game number 3. Renzo to Gabaini. Joseph attacks. Gabaini will miss, and that's going to do it. Parañaque will advance to round number 2.
Yeah, it was the right play to call. Tama, Joseph Gabaini down low. Alam mo, ang dami niyang nagawa doon. Okay, all throughout this game that they were able to get something out of it. Pero then again, congratulations to these Patriots who really stand out.
What?
Alam mo yun, survive the challenge. They really rise.
A story.
Exactly.
It started with their struggle just to get to Zamboanga. That story of half of the team being in the air for 7 hours, going back and forth from Zamboanga to CDO, back to Zamboanga, and back to Manila. And then in the next day, that's when they were able to fly to Zamboanga safely.
And who would imagine after losing big against the Zamboanga in the very same place, alam mo, ganito yung magiging balik mo. Pero it's the maturity of this guy. It's this team, talagang alam naman natin, playing beautiful basketball together, playing for each other. Diba? Yung adversity nitong game na to, ilang beses dumating eh. They were down, they were trailing, they were winning, tapos nahabol sila. Pero, alam mo yun, nagsama-sama lang sila at nagtulungan lang sila.
And that's with Keith Pido and JP Saraf fouling out as well. Boy, what a performance by the guys who stayed on the floor. We even have some players crying right now in front of us. John Aduba certainly left his heart out on the floor, having played 30 minutes, finishing with 16 points and 9 rebounds. But this was the vital part of Parañaque, the guy who stepped up in lieu of foul trouble for their best player in the series.
Oo. And what a way to pick this, and what a story for this guy. You know, late addition. Ang laki na player yung pinalitan ni Christian Hernandez. But again, for tonight, he really came out strong. He was composed all throughout. He's being challenged. Pero then again, ang ganda ng pinakita na composure ni Christian Big Boy Hernandez sa game na ito.
He is our best player of the game, brought to you by Daily Fantasy. Dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. Big Boy Hernandez ba ba o Big Time Hernandez?
Oo, iba na. Siguro, and with this one, alam mo yun, he will be another story dito sa MPBL.
This final score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX. What a win on the road for the Patriots. Big Boy or Big Time Hernandez is now with Andrea Endicio.
Matapos ang lahat ng nangyari sa kanya, the Parañaque Patriots will be advancing to the semifinals. In our Daily Fantasy Best Player of this game, walang iba kundi si Big Boy Hernandez. First of all, congratulations. And Big Boy, kitang-kita namin yung naging pagod mo in this ball game. Gaano ba katindi yung naging tapatan in that front line?
Siyempre, sobrang hirap kasi kailangan ko talagang mag-step up kasi yung mga big man namin is nag-foul trouble na si JP, si Uduba. Tapos sinabihan lang ako ng mga coaches ko kada labas ko, kailangan ka namin sa loob, kailangan kong tumarabaho talaga.
At lahat kayo very emotional ngayon. Ano bang gusto mong sabihin sa inyong team?
Siyempre, yung grabe din, bago kami maglaro, grabe talaga yung nangyari sa team namin. Yung sila Kuya Jello, yung second batch namin, na-delay yung flight nila, papunta rito, dinala sila sa Cagayan de Oro, tapos pagkadating ng Cagayan de Oro, hindi pa rin sila makalanding, tapos pumunta ulit sila Manila, tapos ayun, sabi ni coach, kailangan talaga manalo kasi grabe yung nangyari talaga sa team namin. Tapos yun, nag-practice kami, nanghiram pa kami bola sa Zamboanga para lang talaga mapag-practice.
At dahil deserve na deserve nyo nga ang panalong ito, meron ka bang gustong batiin o pasalamatan? Go ahead.
Binabati ko nga pala yung Tyra Ruiz ng happy birthday, tapos binabati ko rin yung pamilya ko sa Batangas, nanay, tatay ko, mga kapatid ko. Tapos yung boss ko sa Batangas, si Boss Dorna, boss ko sa Nasugbo, si Boss Eric. Tapos yung team Matabong kay Lian Batangas, si Kapitan Marvin Pinesa, si MJ Pinesa, Mati Pochi, pamilya nila. Siyempre binabati ko rin yung girlfriend ko na nanonood ngayon, si Dixie.
Alright, thank you so much. Once again, that is Big Boy Hernandez, our Daily Fantasy Best Player of this game, brought to us by Daily Fantasy. Dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. At kasama rin natin ang head coach ng Parañaque Patriots na si Coach Mike Sagigit. And Coach Mike, napakatindi ng naging laban na ito. First quarter pa lang, grabe na agad ang physicality. How did you keep them in line?
What? Again.
With the amount of physicality, Coach, how did you keep them in line?
Kasi bago kami pumunta rito, sabi ko, para lang yung kaluluwa na lang eh. Kumbaga, iwanan natin yung buhay natin dito sa Manila. So we're gonna go out there as spirit. Mukhang pati sa biyahe namin, naging spirito kami. So ito yung sinasabi ko kanina sa iyo na reward na nakuha nila. So I'm grateful na meron akong ganyang soldiers. Meron akong ganyang player. At higit sa lahat, pinanalo kami ng coach ko doon sa taas. So galing, wala akong masabi.
At the end, everything became worth it. And Coach, ang susunod niyo pong makakalaban in the next round ay ang number 1 team sa South Division. Paano niyo po ba sila paghahandaan to make sure to put up a good fight?
Matutulog kami ng maganda, mahimbing. Ayoko munang isipin si Quezon. I just want to enjoy this moment together with them para malakas ang loob namin sumakay ng eroplano bukas.
And we can see right now how emotional your players are, and seeing Jello Rason, how he has been crying. Ano pong masasabi niyo, Coach?
Si Jello, simula bata pa lang, Coach Mike na yan eh. Anak ko na sa basketball. This is the farthest na napuntahan namin. Kumbaga, iba-iba yung bata. Talagang, lahat sila gusto talaga nilang manalo. Sabi nila, Coach, wala kaming pambayad ng kondo namin hanggang December. Sana makapaglaro tayo hanggang December. So, ayan na yung wini-wish nila. Hopefully, mahil, makapagpahinga, then, krokis ulit.
Napakaganda. And Coach, meron ka bang gustong batiin o pasalamatan? Go ahead.
Siyempre, doon sa taas, sa coach ko doon sa taas, sa management ng Parañaque, siyempre sa asawa ko na laging ngayon, no, laging nagkakamera sa akin. I love you, mahal na mahal kita. And then, happy birthday to Tyra. Tapos yung sa family namin sa Parañaque, para sa inyo pong lahat to. Salamat sa mga dasal nyo at sa family sa Gigit lahat po. Mahal na mahal po namin kayo para sa inyo po itong panalo na to.
Alright, thank you so much, Coach. And dumako naman tayo sa very emotional player in this game. Jello, how do you feel with this win?
Sobrang saya, overwhelmed ako kasi sobrang lalim ng motivation namin sa game na to, grabe. Grabe yung hirap na pinagdaanan namin all through na season. Talagang, ayun yung pinangugutan namin ng lakas ng bawat isa sa amin. Lagi kami nag-uusap araw-araw na walang bibitaw. Kung ano man meron kami, maging masaya kami.
And I can see you holding back your tears at niyayakap mo lahat ng iyong mga teammates. Ano bang gusto mong sabihin sa kanila?
Wala, sobrang saya ko lang. Talagang ayun na yung way ko ng pagpapasalamat sa kanila. Kasi sobrang sarap maglaro ng basketball pag sila yung kasama.
Alright, meron ka bang gusto mga batiin?
Unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako sa Panginoon na ginabayan niya kami sa very, very tough game na to. Na walang nasaktan, sobrang physical pero walang na-injury both teams. And malaking salamat sa Zamboanga. Talagang binigyan natin ng magandang laro yung home court nyo. And nagpapasalamat ako kila Vice Mayor Joan Villaperte, kila Boss Jamal Vizcara, kila Boss Joel na walang sawang sumusuporta sa akin. And sa buong team and sa mga boss ko, kay Boss Danny Espiritu, sana magpagaling ka na. And kay Boss Big Boy, kay Boss Cheat, sa family ko, sila mama, sila papa, thank you sa mga prayers nyo. And lalo na sa girlfriend ko and sa family niya, sa mga prayers nila. Maraming salamat.
Alright, once again, congratulations to the Parañaque Patriots for this big win. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Andrea. You saw that hug between Jello Razon and Keith Pido. They were practically hugging each other even yesterday when they were praying to be able to just arrive safely in Zamboanga. And that would just make the victory even sweeter for them as they move on to round number 2, taking on the number 1 seeded Quezon Huskers.
Oo, ang laking bagay talaga. And it became a brand of their team. Alam mo yun, ang malaking factor dun is how they move that basketball, how they trust each other. Alam mo yun, yung roles nila within the team, ayun ang maganda na na-inculcate at nailagay at napaintindi na kanilang leader na si Coach Mike Sagigit for the Parañaque Patriots.
Before this game, I had a conversation congratulating Coach Mike already. Even if they lost this game, it would have been a successful season already for Parañaque. And yet, it's not yet done. The story continues for these Patriots who, you never know, might just give us an upset in round number 2. And we all know that the Parañaqueños are waiting. They're waiting for a chance to get home court advantage once more. That could only happen if they reach the South Division Finals.
Exactly. And again, bilog yung bola eh. Hindi natin alam. Talagang itong team na to, all throughout the season, they were there. They were there. Alam mo, hindi sila rank. Nawalan sila ng magaling na player. Pero again, it just fueled them to do better and play together.
And so, Parañaque did what Caloocan did as well in round number 1. An upset in the 4 versus 5 matchup in the North and the South divisions. They will enter round number 2 to take on the Quezon Huskers, but everybody will be waiting for Wednesday as well because it will be the last match for round number 1. Binyanta Dakjel will defend their home court against the South Cotabato Warriors. Before this game, Coach Louie was breaking it down to me and Andrea Indicio about how close this matchup is going to be as well.
So it's going to be an exciting one to watch out, especially alam naman natin it's going to be youth against veteran-laden team. So marami tayong matututunan, marami tayong makikita sa laban na yan. So parang ito yan, itong Zamboanga Parañaque, it's gonna be the same series.
If you didn't think that tonight was physical enough, if tonight was exciting enough with all of the passion left out on the floor by these players, these teams, then watch on Wednesday. You might just see better things from South Cotabato and Binyan. But now we say goodbye to everybody. Congratulations to the Parañaque Patriots for advancing in round number 2. Congratulations as well for Zamboanga with a well-deserved season in terms of success for the squad and their crowd. For Coach Louie Gonzalez and Andrea Indicio, my name is Migs Gomez. At ito po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.